What location that Artigan has encountered for this campaign have you generally enjoyed the most?
What was the question?
What part of the campaign have I enjoyed the most?
What location for this whole campaign has Artigan enjoyed the most? It doesn't have to be
Not
a
something that
specific
happened
reason.
at the location, but the location itself.
Yeah.
I figure you're going to want it next.
Yeah, well.
I know what it is.
Alana's coin slot.
I would say probably just Oakdale in general. I'd say probably feels the most at home there.
Enjoyed it the most though?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were gonna say the arts museum.
Because you either say the shit that I'm totally thinking but can't say, or after you say it, I'm like, why didn't I think that? That's fucking amazing, even when it's horrible. Even when it's horrible.
Do what I can.
Well, that really got us into character.
Into her character.
Nice try, Ryan. I feel like I know Artigan that much more.
Gives me like that little bit of extra time to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do.
Kill us with the worm god. Game over. We didn't make 20.
We're almost there.
He's just trying to derail.
Yeah.
So we can say,
well, he's been
next
trying
time
to
we'll try to
derail
do-
since the beginning.
It's in my nature.
He's been trying to derail since level 3.
He is chaotic.
I'm like this. I am chaotic. I'm like the scorpion and the turtle. You guys ever heard that story? You guys want to hear it?
I want to hear
Scorpion and turtle. All right. Here's more.
Aren't you going to do it in game?
No.
Doesn't he tell these stories anymore?
He does, but everything revolves around halflings.
Well,
you
it would be like the goblin
Scorpion
and the
and the
halfling or something like that. I got to tell in game. Goblin and the halfling.
While you're fighting?
Yeah.
No.
Hey, have you heard the one about? Oh my God!
I'll tell it now and in game. So the scorpion and the turtle, the way it works is the turtle's sunning himself on the beach, just kind of hanging out, doing what turtles do. And all of a sudden a scorpion runs up and he goes, "Hey, quick, you got to get me across the river, quick, please, quick. The fox is after me, he's going to eat me." And the turtle's like, "Oh, fuck no, you're a scorpion. Stay away from me, man. Like, I don't want anything to do with you." But he's turtle's like, "Oh, fuck no. You're a scorpion. Stay away from me, man." Because I imagine turtles speak slowly. Anyways, the scorpion's like, "Please, please." And the turtle's all like, "No way. We'll get halfway across the river and then you'll sting me and we'll both drown." And the scorpion's like, "I wouldn't do that. Why would I do that? That makes no sense. I would never do that. Promise I'm not going to do that. I won't sting you. I swear to God, please just get me across the river." Meanwhile, the fox is getting closer. They can hear it rustling. Finally, the turtle says, "Okay, man, but don't sting me." So the scorpion, he hops on his back. They start across the river. Everything is going swimmingly until they're about halfway across.
Swimmingly.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what do you think happens?
He stings him.
Yeah, he stings the dog shit out of him like 13 times. And as the scorpion's drowning, or as the turtle's drowning and taking the scorpion with him, he says, "Why did you do that, man?" And the scorpion says, "You knew what I was when you picked me up." Moral of the story, people do what's in their nature.
I feel smarter.
I can't wait to be playing.
You are what you choose to be.
Yeah, right.
All right. Recap is between 1, 2, 3, 4. Josh.
Recap. Okay, where did we start last game?
We started right outside the suicide hole. Or not the
What?
the murder hole,
Okay,
remember?
What game are you playing? What the fuck?
What glory hole are you just inside
Yeah,
of?
I'm like,
It's something whole.
We were at the undead wall.
Yeah.
We looted stuff and menaced poor Amorosa in a cage.
oh, that's right, we put her in the cage. So there's like a bunch of this back and forth where we're trying to convince her to tell us shit, and she's not really into it, but she's definitely trying to bang Whitey over here. And he's an albino, I'm not being racist. But And possibly also being racist. So she's trying to get her meat hooks into this guy. We're trying to convince her to give up the information that she knows. We spend days and days going through spell slots, trying to wear her down. Finally, Artigan magicifies the shit out of her, and she tells us all kinds of stuff, including that there's a worm god, like a demon worm, like the avatar of worminess, going to the last city to eat everything. So, we zip over there. Finner kind of loses his shit, like he is sort of prone to do. He's a little hyperactive. Tells everybody in the place, you know, the worm coats are coming. The worm coats are coming. So all of the furries in the last city abandon ship and teleport out to different cities. And then here we are, and the worms have just shown up, and we're trying to figure out how to kill huge purple cavern dwellers. Yeah.
Not racist. They're actual tabaxis. Furries.
They are tabaxis, yeah. They're tabaxis.
I don't know. Now I have a theory.
So correct and also racist, probably there too.
All tabaxis are just furries.
I mean, in order for their race to continue, they have to be into it, right? So, yes.
They don't have to be into it. They just have to do it. I don't know. Mist writes the culture. Everything about his culture comes from Brian's mind.
Some fucked up shit.
Yeah, let's say let's not talk about it. Can we just
Let's
skip
just
over that
destroy
part?
the culture and be done with it.
And then the worms show up and it's over.
One thing that you didn't go over is you did find out about 5 different artifacts.
All right. Yeah, the
Yeah.
die, the orb.
It was the die, the ring, the orb, the tome.
Oh, yeah, the book of...
Crown.
Vile
The
Darkness.
Yep.
Book of Vile Darkness.
I think the Lich has the crown. Magnus has the die. I have the orb.
You remember Karamir was wearing the ring.
Oh, Karamir had the ring.
That's easy to get.
Magnus had the die.
Karamir. Ring. Ta-da.
So yeah.
I mean, we could really use the murder gate to get all the things.
He didn't know where the crown came from. That was just from the heavens, from the darkness.
Nerull probably has a crown.
But everything else, you kind of have an idea where it's at.
Yeah.
We'll
At the very end, you're fighting big purple worms. In fact, if I remember correctly, why are these guys all knocked down?
I don't know. Nope, you're doing it wrong. Oh, no, you're not. That's
Well,
right.
this is
Yeah,
the
because the
order.
worms are between me and Mist.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm going to actually use the cards, just in case I do set up a battlefield.
We've got worms up there. We've got the remoras, which kind of looks like a worm. We've got your pet snake that's loose.
Oh, you're talking about minis. I said, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, I was like, that snake, what?
There's a, man, it's a pain in the ass to be a step ahead of you guys.
It's
Come
still
on!
early. It's still early.
The whole point, I was naming minis, and the pet snake that got loose. And, wait, what the fuck are you talking about? Pet snake? And
yeah.
I'm like, oh no, it's a pet. It's a snake.
What's
But
a pet?
no.
I still don't see a pet snake
I was
anywhere.
joking that there would be a snake that I could see.
Oh, wow. Nope. Nope.
It's
It wasn't
talking to
a
my
good
kids.
joke.
It wasn't a joke.
I feel
Then why'd
like
you say you were joking?
Because I was teasing.
Oh, okay.
because that's what you say when nobody gets it. So you can
Mm-hmm.
pretend like you were more clever than them, except leading them to someplace that doesn't make sense.
I assumed you were going to, if not come along for the ride, at least doggy paddle in the river next to the boat.
You assumed wrong.
Yeah.
Brian.
I don't wanna
Shania
get wet.
Twain in my head.
Shania Twain.
like that? I'm like, at some point, the Twilight Zone music's going to start.
Artigan.
Sorry.
Oh, let me change the music.
Man, I feel like a woman.
I know it's in my head. It's from yesterday. I heard it and I can't get out of my head.
Fun facts, when I was 19 years old, I went and attended the Shania Twain concert because I wanted to bang the chick that had the tickets and brought me. Before walking in, me and my friend stepped into a porta potty in the corner of the parking lot and smoked probably a half ounce of weed. I don't remember any of it, surprisingly enough. But yes, I got laid.
Was the concert good though?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I just became part of the lawn for a little while and then went home.
Artigan, we're going to go back to the top of the round. This last scene that we left off of, Mist had jumped into the hole after the worm, whipped him down like 3 times, and then jumped back up to the surface, wherein Raphael decided that was a great idea, and he ran back into the hole to chase the worm, and he never came back out.
Right.
That's where we left off. Just for your reference, and just so you can remember, Raphael, you chased the worm down there. You did attack him, because you could catch him, and then a second worm came out of a different tunnel and just plowed right into you. That's where we're at. You're 90 feet in the air,
We're getting
Artigan.
wormed.
I'm trying to stay probably pretty equidistant
Staying
between
alive.
all the other guys in case I need to come in and either pick one of them up or heal them. So
Okay?
that's all I'm doing.
Are we
It's your action.
Yep.
planning on fighting all the worms, defeating them, and the god too? Or
I'm out of spell
Wait,
slots.
did you say defeating them or feeding
High
them?
level.
Right.
Potato, potato.
Yeah.
No,
All
those
right.
are 2 different things, Ryan.
There are no worms present above ground. They have all burrowed down below again. Raphael went after them. Artigan is hovering above you. Mist is just outside of the burrow.
Mm-hmm.
The burrow, which is literally in the middle of the city. It has upturned stones and cobblestone alike, and it's putting holes in your beautiful, beautiful city.
The city's over, man.
just digging through my litter box?
Yep. Eating your shit. So,
Is it a dog?
how far away is the hole that
Well, you ran
Raphael went
up
down.
onto
a building?
a building, if I recall.
Yeah.
Does your city have a hole
So
in it?
you could get there in one round to the burrow.
I can't get into the burrow.
In one movement, you could get to the burrow if you jumped. I'm just assuming you would have jumped because you don't take fall damage.
Sure. I mean, I could jump. I also could run. If I spend a key, I could run 195 feet. So, I feel like I probably ought to be able to get into the hole.
I mean, if you want to get into the hole, you can catch up on a second movement. So you can move to the burrow for your movement. Do you want to do that?
Sure. I move to the burrow and look in.
Okay. You jump off the building. Because you don't take falling damage, you just land perfectly. You run over. You look down. Do you have dark vision?
I'll spend 2 key. I can spend 2 key to have it all the time. I
Is it
should
a
just
bonus
mark
action?
off 2 key. I mean, I live in a world where it's always dark. I imagine I probably would be dark visioned.
Would you? I think you have to say you did it
Okay.
and spend key.
I don't know when the last time I did it is, but usually when it comes up, I'm just like, I spend 2 key. But I don't know. I probably didn't do it. So let me do it. I'll do it now.
How long does it last?
8 hours.
I'll let you have done it for 2 key.
Okay.
Just spend them. You were running around the city gathering people. It would make sense that you would need it at times.
So I look in.
Yeah, you look down the hole and you see Raphael at the tail end of a giant purple worm, literally at their tail, and another one's plowing through the side, ready to take him with it.
How far away from me down the tunnel is he?
I think it was about 50 feet. And it's at an angle. A steep angle, but at an angle. What are you doing?
I will... I guess I'll attack the one that's going to eat him.
Okay.
So I'll teleport. Soup, soup.
60 feet, 50
Yep.
feet. You teleport right beside Raphael. You see this head just starting to emerge from the side of the dirt. It's blowing another hole into this already existing tunnel. And your action.
I'm going to smite the shit out of it.
You don't smite.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I
You
strike
punch.
it with my staff of striking and expend charges to do more damage.
That was just sad, Josh. That was just sad.
What was sad? That's what I do. I hit him.
With the A total.
32.
Are you rolling at advantage?
I do for my first attack out of the
'Cause you-
teleport.
That's right, because you port. And a 32 will hit, for sure.
Yep. I'm going to expend 3 of my staff charges.
Okay.
So, staff of striking. So, D10 plus 3d6. Oh, plus a d6 sneak attack damage.
Because Raphael's right next to it.
Yeah.
Or actually, if you have advantage as well.
If I had advantage, I get sneak attack. Right.
It's a pretty nice combo there.
Thank you. So 6 and 6 is 12, and 5 is 17, and 3 is 20, and 3 is 23, and 8 is 31.
31. What's your
So-
passive perceptions?
21.
2?
18, I think.
18.
Or just those two?
Sorry, 17.
21.
17.
That is enough for both of you as this is happening and you're striking this worm. You can feel the ground beneath you trembling violently, shaking. It feels like it's starting to crack around your feet and it feels like it's going to start swallowing you below.
Oh, that's not good.
How much damage did you do?
31. 31?
31. Thank you.
I have another swing.
So you do crack it right in the first fang as it opens
So
its
like,
mouth. It's going to
chow.
close down and ding!
I'm going to hit him again. For I hit a 24.
24 is a hit.
For 10 damage.
10 damage.
So I'm like, smack. Then I'm like, ding.
I mean, that's what you do, though.
So here's my question. When they burrow through the earth, like the earth is flush to their sides.
It feels almost flush to their sides.
So I couldn't like grab the worm and go for a ride.
If you want to be like jelly on the side.
You grab like the ass cheeks.
Yeah, is there any part where it like flares out and then comes back in?
Yeah, but it would be like dragging you along. You'd probably take damage as it's dragging you.
What about the one that's going down the tunnel that its tail is right there? Could I hang on to him?
These are
Probably an
fresh
action.
holes. They're not pre-existing holes.
Yeah. And that would probably be an action too.
To grab
one.
on and
Yeah, that'd
hold,
be
yeah.
yeah, so I am here for the duration while the ground opens up below me.
Okay.
I'm like, hang on, it's about to get bumpy. I smile.
Farewell, my pet.
First,
Leave, little face.
on their turn, the one that you chase that you're now sitting at its stinger is just going to try to sting you before it retreats further down the hole. So, first it'll roll a hit, Raphael. It will not hit you. It doesn't even get close, and it goes right by and slams into the side of the burrow. The worm that you have been punching that just came through will it'll hit
realize-
you. You just punched it right in the fang and then right in the nose.
So,
It opens its mandibles.
They
I
have
failed
noses.
myself. Go ahead. It will bite me.
26.
It will swallow me.
I will make it go again.
Oh,
You have
disadvantage.
to do it before I roll, but I'll allow it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just in case I'm rolling with advantage or disadvantage already. But that's fine. Literally the same roll.
Bye.
So,
Sorry.
So I'm like,
it
look out,
bites
Raphael,
around you.
bing, bing.
And you actually have to make a dex save. You might make it.
Oh, dex save? Yeah, probably okay. What if my deck save? That's good.
Boop.
Oh, wait a second.
Wait a second.
I have a thing. Oh, and that's not going to work. All right, let's try.
Watch.
Natural 20.
Wow,
Like-
you've been on fire.
So it's trying to bite down on you and swallow you whole. You flip out of the way, back into the existing tunnel, and it continues burrowing through with its movement.
So now I just see it like sliding by.
One of these worms, as they're both moving, will provoke an attack from each of you. AKA, you have a reaction as they're moving away.
Here's his reaction. I do it.
What's
Smack.
your reaction with?
He did the shield.
Oh, that's your reaction. Okay.
For 26.
That's a hit. Which one were you hitting? The one that tried to swallow you?
Yeah, fuck him.
Okay.
Yeah, no, slap. Bad worm. For 13.
Okay. And then you bat him on the way by.
Hey, wait a minute. How does sneak attack work? Can I sneak attack twice in the same turn, but not in the same round?
Yes.
So I'm going to add my extra
Well, no,
D6.
the opposite of that. Twice in the same round,
but not in the same turn. Right. So this is his turn.
Yep. Which you're next to Raphael. There's someone next to it, so you get your sneak attack damage.
So that's an extra 3. That's 16 damage then instead of 13.
It'd be much cooler if you had more sneak attack damage.
I mean, I have one level over.
And yeah, you tag it on the way by, one quick elbow to the side. And it starts disappearing into that tunnel. The other one starts disappearing into a different tunnel. They're now splitting off away from each other.
We should leave.
The ground starts to shake violently under you. Mist. You can now start feeling the effects of this trembling. The ground is shaking a little bit on the surface. A little bit more than you were used to when they first burrowed out.
The mother worm is coming!
Yeah, I'm going to... So there's currently nothing above at all. I'll move west.
You're just going to move off to the side, not foot in
I'm
contact
assuming
with the
they're not
ground.
going to burst back down through this same spot. So I'm going to move it in a fairly arbitrary direction. And I will...
There's a few buildings off to the side. There's a couple trees set up in this nice little courtyard, and there's a couple archways set up on some pillars, although those look like the least solid surface if something was to
Tree.
happen.
Dunk, and I'll grab onto it.
I mean, you're a cat, of course. You go up into the tree, call the firemen.
Call somebody.
They've all evacuated.
And I will...
Do you have a pretty good athletics?
No, he has climb speed, though.
yeah.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
His
never mind
claws.
then.
Climb speed at 30.
You just do it.
Yeah. And so I'll move there, and I will take the dodge action. I'm ready to skedaddle if something comes up under me.
The whole city's going to be like, Marv.
Raphael.
Die!
Yeah.
I look to Finner and I go, to top, and whoop, I'm going to run out
Okay. Up to the surface.
up to the surface.
It'll take your movement and a little bit to get to the surface.
I am hasted, just remember.
It will take just your movement to get to the surface. You can hold an action for something.
You can move again if you wanted to.
You can move again. You have a good natural or passive perception. You see mist up in a tree.
I'll go over to by the tree.
It's dark.
He doesn't have dark vision.
Well, there are lights on the city,
Okay.
so it's mostly fine.
Like that.
Right. That is what it's like.
Right,
Just in
gonna
case
punch
you were
me.
I do
wondering.
have my sword. I do have my sword, which is radiant light.
Yeah.
But
No,
it's
there's
like
enough
only
light in
60.
the city with all the lanterns.
Okay, well then I'll just move over to by mist.
Okay. He's in the tree. You just move by the tree?
Yeah, I don't climb it.
Artigan? You continue to hold in the air?
Yep.
That's ridiculous. I need this.
Finner, you're still in the tunnel. Raphael's left. The ground is shaking under you. I can see it in your eyes, that chaotic nature going on.
It's a crazy idea. But
I feel like there's a literal light bulb, like, bung!
yeah, it's like red or something. It's not a nice color. The worms probably don't eat each other.
Nope.
I run down the tunnel after one of the purple worms.
Which one? There's one that was going straight, and then there's the one that intersected your path that you pummeled a couple times.
I don't think Finner would probably do that. I run out.
Okay.
I go join my friends, so I
You
run
almost
up
thought
and
about
out. I did think about it. I wanted to do it, but that's not really a Finner move. He's not bloodthirsty. He wouldn't chase down a worm and beat it to death in its ass. So that's more of a Cooper thing. Finner runs out, and I run to the tree that Mist is in. I run up into the tree.
Okay. You run up into the tree. It's fine. You have plenty of movement left.
I'm like, skid-a-dit.
You can run along vertical surfaces, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I can run across
So
water.
You
and
also don't need to roll to get up a tree.
No.
You just do it.
it's like, and then how far away was the tree from the hole? Was it far away?
Yeah, like 30 feet away.
Okay, so then I have to double move to get into the tree.
Okay.
Because I'm 50 feet into the hole, right?
Yeah.
So I'm only 15 feet out when I run up. So I run into the tree, and then I will spend a key for patient defense. And also take the dodge action, because it looks like that's the thing to do.
Mist is ready, just in case anything happens. You're ready in case anything happens. Artigan. You just went, sorry. You didn't do anything, did you?
Yeah, I'm just flying above everyone as I see them. Making sure that I'm able to
Then
get
you
reach.
give me a perception check.
Let's see.
You know what? Even at a 10, I'm not going to make you roll.
Okay.
You see this happen. You're 90 feet in the air. You're looking straight down on your friends. You look over to another part of the city and you see a worm burst up and down. Poof, poof, it pockmarks the city, just like the other ones. Probably a different worm, you'd guess, from the distance it was away.
I didn't see the one in the hole, though. So I would be like, I see a second worm.
That's true.
They're just tenderizing the city for the main event.
That's what you did. You feel the ground starting to shake a little, and you hear the sound of some of that tunnel that you were in collapsing into itself.
This is kind of exciting.
But no
They just
worms
got
come
big
out
eyes.
this round.
Right?
They all stay underground.
Here it comes! Here it comes!
Mist, it's your turn.
Nothing happened, huh?
They did not come out.
Maybe we should leave.
I cannot leave. I have no reserve of magical energy at this time. And I pass my turn, continuing to hold my dodge action.
Raphael.
I guess I could literally run to the outskirts of the city.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Maybe we should leave.
Maybe next action.
Mist isn't moving. I will remain, and I'll ready my dodge action.
Artigan.
I'm just hanging out above them
Finner.
until something happens.
Well, until Nish can leave, I don't think I'm going to go anywhere. I'm going to climb up on your shoulder like your Pokemon.
Huh.
You go, Finner.
Yeah, right. I'm like, really? I think we should leave. Maybe you should run.
Yeah, I get spooked. And I start running.
Where? You're in the tree. You jump out?
Yep.
Which way? Towards the burrows, away from the burrows?
Toward the front gate.
Okay. You have to pass right by the burrows to get to the front gate.
Okay. And I four-handed.
As you're
can double
going
your
by,
speed. Isn't that Tabaxi trait that for one round you can double your speed?
Yeah, but then I have to not move.
Might be the time.
as you pass by the burrows, you look down and partially collapsed into itself.
It's all that sandstone.
You leave. Finner's riding you. Just so you guys know, if you ever try to cheese the system with carrying people, it's half your speed while you are carrying someone.
How are they 30 pounds?
Doesn't matter. That's just
Yeah.
to keep people from doing that double movement.
You put me
thing.
down?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so that I can't carry him on my turn.
And then he picks you up and goes.
we do like a cartwheel thing.
Yeah.
That's the reason it works that way. So
That
you
would
can't
be
break
awesome.
the system.
Yeah, even if we both blow half of our movement, I'd still get you out of here faster than you're going to go on your own. But I'll wait in the tree.
I don't think you can carry him.
No.
I'm running, so
All right.
be it.
So I wait in the tree. You run.
All right, he's gone. Raphael, he left. He jumped out of the tree and ran towards
I'm
the front gate.
following.
You're hasted.
Yep.
Turn 3,
This will be turn 4.
turn 4.
Oh, it's going to be bad in a minute for you.
Yeah,
I know what happens
This-
next.
I was like, this is
Yeah.
this is ridiculous, Ryan. I thought this was the worm we're here to fight. Like,
He's trying to give us time to leave the city because the worm is going to eat the whole city. It's going to be like, the doom
well,
worm.
I guess that's what's going to happen. Can you cast haste twice?
So the deal
Not
is that
cumulative.
you cast it once. The minute that first haste is over, you take a turn sucking wind and barfing on your boots. After that turn's over, you can cast it again.
I think we have to do that.
If you recast it over the other one, I think you lose a turn.
You do, because as soon as it ends, even if it ends because another haste is starting, you spend a turn being like, oh, woof.
Okay,
You thought for a turn.
so you run. Josh, don't click. You got anything else? You want to die? Here,
No, I
have
don't
one
want
of
to
these.
die. I don't want one of those. You take
You wanna
it.
die?
I don't want it.
Defiant.
It's yours!
I don't want it. I guess I leave.
Okay. Artigan,
I
you
can leave
see
a lot
them
faster,
leaving.
so I'm going to run all the way to the front gate if I can get to it.
I was gonna swoop down and grab Raphael, but he seems like he's hasted, so I'll
He's running really fast.
Yeah.
He runs at 80.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you can
I'll
go 160.
fly and catch up with him.
So I'm going to run. Am I at the gate yet?
No, not even close.
Then I'm going to spend a key and run.
Okay.
So
The
I
gate's really far. You're in the city near the teleportation, which is near the cliffside.
That's cool. So
The
I
opposite side of the main gate.
Sweet. So I run for 195 feet.
Okay.
I forgot where we were in the city. Oh well.
I mean, the only other direction you could run is to the sides, which are about as equal distance away, or you could go off the cliff.
We should done go off the cliff.
Yeah. But I'm going the wrong way.
You
Oh, well.
start trailing behind, keeping up with them, and you look down and you do see the burrows where they were just at start to collapse down. You see the ground starting to fall near the burrows downwards into itself, like a big sand pit or something.
Oh, nice.
But it's all the stones like breaking and cracking and falling into themselves.
This is that movie scene where the ground is sliding away and the heroes run on the sliding ground as it goes into the maw of evil. I love this movie scene.
Go ahead. Missed. You continue running.
I continue running. Run.
Okay. As people continue running, you feel the ground starting to slightly tremble behind you. You look back and you see some of the ground swallowed into itself like a big, what are those pits called that just happen out of nowhere?
The Sarlacc pit?
It's like if you ever see like a highway or the road. where it's
Sinkhole.
a sinkhole. It looks like a giant sinkhole. We can quit going in turn order if you continue running. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't want to be where this is happening.
Turn 6.
Can I say that?
Give me an
That's just
acrobatics.
fucking
Easy.
2.
But you feel some of the ground starting to tremble around you and fall away here and there. Bits and pieces of the stones are cracking in front of you, and sometimes you see like a stone jut out, like kind of like at an angle right in front of you.
So I'm gonna use a luck.
Did you roll 1?
No, I can't roll ones.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Is this
No.
what is this? A dex or
He said it's an easy check. Maybe
It's a dexterity save.
okay? I got.
Oh, it's
Four
a
plus.
dexterity save. It's different than acrobatics.
I have advantage on this shit right
Much
now.
different.
Acrobatics is better.
Okay, acrobatics.
It's not
is-
actually saving.
better,
You're
all right.
trying to stay
I rolled under 10.
Oh, okay.
upright.
There we go. 20.
17.
20.
And you don't have to roll. You're all fine. Mist, you take a hop over one of those stones that kind of drove itself out of the ground and sideways, and then some of the stones fell around your feet, Raphael, but you kept your footing and Finner, you just kind of hop. You kind of leap and bound with as quick as you are. You continue this for a bit till you get to the front gate. Your haste runs out. You take them around, sucking wind, while everyone continues running.
So, this is already 10 rounds then?
Yeah, if you're continuing to run. Run.
Yeah. I get to the gate first.
I'm assuming this says something mean about Ryan.
Wow, you know each other very well.
How did I know?
When I see him sucking wind, I'll fly down and pick him up.
Okay.
Nist has a brother named Summerwind.
Nice. There you go. Made some friends in the last city, didn't
Do
you?
not suck summer wind.
You're all fast enough to outpace what's happening to the city. In fact, the sinkhole, the ground that's been swallowing into itself at a shallow slope down towards the middle, eventually stops and it tapers away and it leaves most of the city intact. But a lot of the city, not a lot, but a big part right in the center, the teleportation area, that part has been sucked into itself.
I guess that kind of makes sense. That other city we saw was still there. It's just ruined.
And when you get far enough and you get towards the main gate, even the sounds of the city crumbling, well, the parts of the city that are crumbling, fade away. And it almost seems like you're just looking at a normal last city from this part.
Oh, if it's not going down anymore, I'll run to the top of a building so I can get a good look.
Okay. Disadvantage.
Oh, I thought there were lights in the city.
There were. They kind of been sucked down into everything else.
All right, disadvantage. 23.
That's pretty good, though. You kind of get up on top of a building, looking as well as you can, and you see something that's now going down into the ground, and it's huge.
I see the mama
It looks like a building, except it now starts to bend and move and form like a worm and then dive straight in. But all you're seeing is like the outlines and the silhouettes of this creature. And it goes right into the center of that sinkhole and burrows away, creating a new hole in all the collapsed ground.
I think we can take it. It's only the size of a building.
All buildings in Ryan's world are 1 story tall.
Yeah, so we're good.
Where did this come from?
The Citadel?
Yeah, it was
Just
like
2 stories?
it was like the Citadel. The Citadel. The Citadel. The Citadel. Like that's what happened as the game went on. That's what it felt like.
Can't wait for this campaign to be over.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
We're gonna get back, and it's just gonna be this little outhouse.
Yeah, right.
The moon door.
You mean it's going to be
Moon
sucked
door.
into itself and gone? That's right.
Man, Rand loves sucking things into itself.
Oh, sweet Lord Jesus.
Bring on the worm.
Coffee, please. Oh. You keep watching, listening, trying to see what's going on. Finner's relating what he saw to you. Eventually, everything dies down. Combat's done. And the city goes quiet, except for the sounds of different birds. There are still some wildlife around the cities.
Birds. Did they finally get free?
Some of them.
That's good.
What are you doing?
I go back into the city.
To where?
To where the big hole is.
Okay. He's gonna go back in. Everyone gonna go with him?
Artigan's carrying me right now, so whatever he's doing, I'm doing.
Okay, I'll fly over halfway between Mist and Finner.
That's pretty big halfway because I'm going to go sit on the city gate and then look back in to the city.
You're gonna go to the city gate
Well, no, we're at the front gate.
where the murder hole was, above the archway.
Yes, the murder hole.
Okay. So you're gonna go there.
And I'm going to
You're
climb up
gonna
the
split
wall
the party
and look
three
back at
ways.
the town.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I declared first where I was going. You guys could follow or not as
Well,
you chose.
you're is you, all plural. You're in the air by yourself?
No,
You're
If
with
we're not going to
Yeah,
fight,
he's
we're going to at
carrying
least
me.
split the party.
If I see that Mist is staying, I'll follow Finner.
Okay.
I figured Mist, I've seen him teleport when he attacks, so I figured he could probably take care of
You-
himself.
Run towards the center of the city, towards this giant sinkhole, and eventually you get to the edge of where the sinkhole starts, and it's huge. It's probably 700 feet in diameter total.
Nice. I look into the Sarlacc pit. Is there a Sarlacc in the bottom?
It's a shallow slope
Oh.
that goes all the way down to the center point where you had seen the giant creature's silhouette.
And it went in, right? It was like,
And it went in, and when it went in, it seemed like it didn't leave a hole behind because you're looking 600-700 feet away and you don't see any point of entry
I go down there.
downwards. Everything here is difficult terrain. Well, for you, not for you guys because you're flying.
I can change that. Although for now, I don't think, I'm not too worried about it, but there's a thing, what's it called? Step of the something.
Step of the wind.
Is that what it is?
Maybe.
Do you ignore difficult terrain when you move while you have that?
No, that's
I
not
think
what it
that might
does.
be open hand.
Yeah. Step of the wind is I spend a key point to take the disengage or dash action as a bonus action my turn, and then my jump distance is doubled, so I don't get to do that. Anyway, I'll go down there carefully.
Okay.
I'll move it to 30. Yeah, so 32, whatever.
Because you move 55,
65.
65. Wow.
Yeah. I'm a fast little bugger. So I will go down there carefully.
You do. You continue moving downwards.
I'm like, hey, Art, I didn't leave a hole. I want to go see what's going on.
How high above the ground are you going to stay?
Probably 90 feet.
So if you're trailing along with him, you can see everything perfectly clear.
Mm-hmm.
It's still further away, so you won't make out like small details of things.
Mhm.
For you, though, Raphael, it's all dark
I think you have your sword still.
I
lit.
do have my sword at 60
around
feet.
you,
Mhm.
but he's 90 feet in the air. So it's pretty dark. You can see outlines of things, silhouettes of things. You can see a lot of the city still does have standing torch light, and there's plenty of light around the rest of the city. But here you see little blips and bloops of light that have been swallowed, and sometimes you see like a lamp that might have been sticking up that is just shining a little light straight down onto where it's at in this giant pit. You continue working your way down, and eventually you get to this point where the ground feels a little spongy. A lot spongy.
I stay with my staff.
You stick it with your staff, and what you do is like one of those big sandstone blocks that made up the road.
Yeah.
And when you stick it, it kind of feels a little spongy. It's still solid. You'd have to put a lot of pressure onto it to actually break it, but
Spongy.
it doesn't seem like the same kind of material.
Is it sandworm excrement?
It's possible that it went through this creature, and it could be excrement.
That's weird. It poops out blocks and makes them squishy.
Do we even hear that?
If he's yelling,
Yeah, I'm yelling.
then yes.
It ate these blocks, and then when they came out, they were all soft. I could break them if I wanted to.
I don't even know how to react.
I think we both just kind of look
Yeah,
at each
yeah.
other and go,
I'm going to continue forward.
sounds good.
I'm poking everything with my stick to make sure it's solid enough to bear my tiny weight.
Okay. You get to almost the center point of where
Okay.
everything had been upchurned and regurgitated from the back end. And it's very spongy ground. A lot of the material has been decomposed quickly and processed into a spongy, fleshy-like substance. And some of it is now solidifying together, interconnecting those fibers into a spongy material, like a ground.
I'm standing on worm poop. It's weird and fleshy and spongy.
Shall we go down there again?
Would you like to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to check things out.
I fly down to drop him off and then fly back up.
Zorp.
You fly down quickly. You drop off Raphael, and now that you're close, you can see it much clearer, and it looks like almost like what it looked like in your orb when you were looking at Amorosa sitting in a cavernous area. The ground had been terraformed into a different type of material. The caverns were no longer the same. It looks like that, except with these materials. In fact, you can see one of those street lamps that has been poking out. The light still exists because it was one of those ever-burning torches, but everything else around it is kind of sponged and fleshed and has sinew and tendrils that wrap around it. It's pressed into the ground.
How do we find this worm?
I smacked the ground.
We'll turn that fan off. Good. You smack the ground. That's thinner wood.
Tell Raphael, if you want to get back on the Pegasus, just hold your hand up. I'll come down and get you.
Thank you. How do you think we should draw this thing out?
I mean, how big around was this one when it came out? Was it like 60 feet around, 120 feet around, 300 feet around?
Well,
Could I-
you said it was like 300 feet wide. Was
it how wide it was? 300 feet?
The sinkhole?
The worm.
Couldn't tell. It was really far off. I said it was the size of a building. I didn't say like exactly what type of building. And it's
That's
really
one
hard to get a good measure at that kind of a distance.
All right.
It was big. It was really big. You could roll some Well, no, I can't say that. I would have to say something more like there's other ways you might be able to tell how big it could be.
I was looking at the entire
spongy
area of
mass.
sponge.
Yeah. How big is the sponginess?
then roll an investigation. You can have advantage if Artigan's helping you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll help.
That's
I'm trying to avoid just telling you guys to roll investigation.
That was good.
Sure.
$19.
That's still pretty good. You get a general idea of like the circumference of the spongy-like material, and then you can see like some of it looks like it might have been shunted away from the main area further than, you know, the mass that has started forming together. It could be the diameter of the creature could be anywhere from 50 to 150 feet.
Oh, that's pretty big.
Gargantuan.
I don't know. I think it just left. We just wanted to take one bite and then it was done.
When you smack the ground, it was like thump, 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 thump. It was kind of hollow almost, like, well, not hollow, but it wasn't like smacking stone. It's like smacking pumpkins.
Can I go right to the middle?
Yeah, you can go right to the middle.
Okay. Is there a little hole?
No, there's actually like not a stalagmite, but a giant nodule.
It's a turdling. It's a giant turdling.
It looks kind of like a giant nipple.
Weird. I try to dig down. Poof, 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 poof.
So you try to like poke your staff into it.
Not the nipple. Next to the nipple.
Next to the nipple.
The areola.
Right.
God. Yeah, you dig in for a while and it feels solid.
But can I like get through?
You stick your staff maybe halfway down and it's solid through.
Because I'm betting it just poop plugged its exit hole. I think that there's probably still a tunnel down there. I just don't know how deep its pooper excretes things.
Is there a way to bypass this?
I have to see where I'm going.
I could polymorph someone into something that can dig, but not very big. Just a normal polymorphs, like a badger or something.
I thought polymorph is anything with our CR rating or lower.
Yeah, but I don't know anything that has a dig speed that is equivalent to a T-Rex.
What about a worm?
Not a purple worm. You can't do that.
Oh. All right.
I mean, I could do like a normal worm, but I don't think
Right.
they would want to wiggle in there.
No.
Where is Mist?
I guess I just dig with my staff for a little bit.
I saw him back at the gate.
It's
Figured he's probably
really
pretty safe
one of
back
the
there.
most inefficient ways to dig. With
Maybe
a
we
small
should-
stick.
I don't have a shovel.
I know. I'm just telling you.
Yep.
Maybe we should see what Mist has to say about this. I'll go get him real quick.
Okay, I keep stake digging.
I'll start heading towards Mist.
How far away is this?
He's at the main
Like a
gate.
mile.
Pretty much.
You want to ride there?
Yes, that'd be nice.
Hey, Finner, don't do anything stupid. And then we take off.
I never do stupid things.
Finish. You continue to stick dig. You're scraping is what you're doing. You're scraping some of this worm excrement or flesh or whatever it is, this
Yeah.
sponge-like material to the side. It is still like hardened, so it's not like you're just digging through soft dirt. And
Mostly, I figure what I try to do is I just take my staff and smash it down to try to break up the ground, and then scoop it out
yeah, it's going to be a pretty
slow.
grueling, long process.
That's okay. I have nothing else going on.
But you can do it for a while. And if you were trying to make noise, that's probably the best way to do it
Yeah,
on the ground.
yeah.
You're like scraping and stirring. You get like, well, you actually get like 3 feet deep
Oh, nice.
by the time
Most
Well,
things don't eat their own
they
poop.
might return. I don't know if you guys
So-
return. You guys get to mist.
Yeah, probably
He's
as
sitting on
you
the
see me in the dark, you probably see me from a million miles away because I have a little phoenix that I'm just kind of set on my shoulder, We're looking back out over the city.
Baby Phoenix.
Oh,
I
baby.
forgot about
Oh,
that.
baby Phoenix.
Miss, we'll need your help finding this worm.
Too bad you're not a
It
pet
has already
ranger.
come and gone.
If you were a pet ranger, that'd be great.
What's the city look like for me from out here?
Dark. I mean, you can see pinpricks of light throughout the city where it lights some of the buildings and the main thoroughways. It looks like a normal city except for that big sinkhole area. There's no activity. You don't see any other creatures around. You evacuated the city.
You truly think that this worm is gone?
It has completed its task.
You think we should go back to Oakdale then?
It doesn't matter.
What do you think, Artigan?
You hear square. His little phoenix squawks, and it's a terrifying noise. It doesn't sound cute, and it's not a chirp. It's kind of like a screech. That exactly.
Artigan, what do you think we should do?
Honestly, I don't know at this point. I mean, Amoroso is going to meet with it and tell it where to go next, so it might just stick around this area until it finds her.
We will send her to her god. They can communicate there.
There are some spells that when you die, it allows you to come back. I don't think killing her would be the best answer. Keeping her trapped might be the best thing.
Then we can kill her again.
But we won't know. I suppose you have your gate.
You can find anyone, Artigan. And we can kill her again and again.
He's not lying.
Shall we pull her to another place right now?
Can we get anywhere through your gate at the moment? Your
I have
cube?
not used it today.
Is there a safe plane you know that we can rest on?
Astral plane. It's a good plane.
No.
No. Right.
What safety is there in a world where something like this can happen?
We need to take out this thing so that it cannot do this again, but
Maybe we should go back and interrogate her once more.
She is still technically under your domination.
yep.
Digging.
Use her.
We would need a way to get back. I can't teleport us back.
If you give me an hour, I can attune to my helmet.
Okay.
We'll go back. We'll take her.
We pull the bones from her fingers.
We don't need to. She'll cooperate with us right now.
We can use her
Yeah,
He's
as...
roll your
talking about
insight.
cooperation, yeah.
Great, she'll let me do it.
Yeah, right.
15. Yeah, there's that sparkle in his eye. You could just tell what Mist was really thinking.
Yeah, he didn't say anything about cooperating or even asking her questions.
We can
It will
use,
feel good.
we can use Amorosa to help us find the location. We'll have her.
Artigan can find whatever it is we need.
We'll have her tell it to go somewhere, and when it arrives, we'll be there.
What if we send it to the Devil's Isle?
Ooh. Devil versus demon.
Do we know of Gaziel being there?
Do you know if Gaziel is there?
Yeah, didn't Ro tell
You're
us?
pretty sure he resides on that isle. He went to Mil Anon, and rumor has it that he's taken over the whole continent. It's not just an island, it's like 400 miles long.
Melanon sound like a support group for the spouses of millionaires.
It does.
But
Milanon.
where exactly he resides. Maybe he resides in the city of Milanon. Maybe he doesn't.
Either way, I suppose if a demon worm started ransacking his towns.
Devils don't like demons. I'm not there. But... Shh.
This would.
Thought.
We have not heard from Gaziel in quite some time. This would definitely bring him back into our lives. Is this something we would want to do?
It's the only way I can think of to take care of it.
Perhaps we send it to Monroe's town.
As much as Monroe has been a thorn in my side throughout most of my life.
Like the genocide he committed?
Yes, but that would only put us on his level. I don't think we have anything to gain from sending it there.
They could kill each other.
I don't think Monroe can deal with this.
Then it kills Monroe.
If you guys talk long enough, I'm going to solve the problem for us.
Where'd Finner? I don't know.
Dig.
Did he ever come back? No.
No.
I have a new pet.
I think the devil...
I was kind of thinking they'd talk a little bit. It's only been like 2 minutes.
All right.
I think the devil would have a better chance of taking it out than Monroe would.
And we sent it there too.
This will anger Gaziel. He'll know it was us.
How will he know it was us?
It's Gaziel. I mean,
Something can be extremely powerful, but not capable of teleportation.
Demons
Or
have a language, right?
Views.
Yeah, they abyssal.
I'm yelling while I'm digging at the dirt. Hey, come back! I need to talk to you! Anything that has language understands me.
You're still over like 2 feet deep right now.
What if I strike it with the thing and I expend charges? Can I destroy more of the ground if I strike it?
Haste yourself.
He doesn't have.
I can't
haste.
haste.
why don't you just smite the ground?
It is a magical weapon, so I was just assuming it digs easier than a normal staff, which would not even get through this material.
I mean, it's a +3, so it's hardy.
If you didn't have a magical weapon, you'd be stuck. It's
What
like
if I, like-
hardened ground.
What if I actually smash it?
It would still take a while. Same thing.
All right,
A little bit.
I don't actually smash it.
Can we just tell Amorosa to have the worm confront us?
I'm assuming you're attuning to your helm. You got
Okay,
an hour.
yeah. Okay.
So I'll give you the helm if you put it in the bag. I feel like here, start this process.
All right. So I put on the helm. And I'm attuning for an hour.
Anyway,
But you can still talk.
Okay.
cinnamon toothpicks.
I'm good.
All right.
We don't all have oral fixations.
Right. Yeah, that's just my problem right now.
So we talked to Amorosa, try to get more information from her. I'd ideally like to get this town fixed up and let the citizens move back. But while it's riddled with purple worms, I think it's better to have them off-site for the moment. I can do some interesting things.
Did
but
the
not
city
today.
survive?
I mean, if you look at it, there's the sinkhole that destroyed the teleportation circle.
So it is gone. Is that what? I still see buildings on the horizon,
Yes.
but is the city not in the process of being destroyed?
I mean, we've been sitting here for a while and it doesn't look like it. I mean, they might be doing stuff under the city that'll eventually make it a giant sinkhole, but at the moment it looks like it was just they stopped attacking.
I do not understand. So I'm going to hop down and start heading back toward the city. or the sinkhole.
So eventually, you guys will make it back to Finner, who's now about 5 feet deep.
Chunk.
And
There's
you
just like a hole.
see-
There's like sand coming out.
It's a small hole that like 3 people could stand side by side. Which
Oh,
I
I
guess
didn't even want to
pretty
make it
big.
that wide. I just wanted to make it like wide enough for me to dig.
It's got to be about twice your size then, twice
Okay.
your width.
All right.
So it's not that big. It's still about 5 feet
Chunk,
deep.
chunk.
And then you
Sand's
see
like
it's not sand. It's like weird
pebbly
kind
bits.
of yeah, kind of pebbles into rounded and
There's just shit.
broken.
There's shit coming out of this hole. I dig into the
Hardened, though.
turd.
It's not like
That's
poop.
all right. Sure.
Pumpkin rind.
Yeah.
A little piece comes flying out.
I'm gonna take my claw and kind of just cut out a little triangle of it. And see what the.
It's pretty hard against your claws. Are they magical? I don't think they're magical. It would be like going against sandstone. It feels about the same consistency.
It's just spongy.
The outer layer kind of flex up.
What is this?
Worm poop.
That doesn't seem to make sense.
It poops when it goes.
But this archway is still an archway.
It's very big. Somewhere between 50 to 150 feet across.
But it can shape its excrement.
I think that it just poops out whatever it poops out. The archway is still an archway because it's so big that it didn't have to crush it for the archway to go all the way through out as pooper.
Stupid pet.
Yeah, so it seems like rather than the purple worms, which just destroy whatever they come in contact with, this thing keeps everything intact. It just coats,
Or transmutes.
transmutes
or something.
things.
Yeah. Yeah. So with, I'm gonna take my whip at one of the archways, and I'm gonna try to cut like some depth into it. I want to see what the tree rings look like. Is this going fleshy all the way through? Is this like
The outer
shit
layer.
smeared on the outside? Like, I don't want to see the chocolate of the Snickers bar. I'm looking at the nougat.
So when you're going up against one of these very intact objects, like a street lamp or the archway, technically not the whole archway is together. That would be kind of ridiculous, but part of it is.
Yeah.
And that big column that came out, there's a big chunk that's kind of stuck in the ground like a pole. You start whipping into it, and you see like the outer layer slowly fleck off and kind of rip apart as you strike it. It kind of breaks like rope fibers, and they split apart until eventually you see the outer layer is like 1.5 inches thick.
But does it appear to be 1.5 inches on top of the pre-existing, or
And
that
then
first
it's,
1.5 inches has become something else?
That's a good. Roll your investigation.
Is it coating it or transforming it?
Investigation. 12.
12. It's kind of hard to tell from this specific column because you're not sure like how big a start. You probably want to like
I'll go to the lamppost.
that'd probably be an
Yeah.
easier determination because you've seen those. You're walking by, and you know generally how wide they are. You've grabbed onto them, and spun around a few times before. You do the same thing, and eventually, after like 10 minutes, you do figure out that it seems like the outer layer has been transmuted, literally. Given enough time, it probably all could be transmuted or processed enough, or you're not really sure, but
Magicked. Very bizarre.
and then you see another little thump out the hole.
Right.
Finner's like 5.5 feet deep.
Does anybody have an easier way to do this?
I'm going to look for, like, if any of the birds, for example, got caught in the melee, and to see if...
You're gonna go searching for that.
Yeah,
kind of
I'm
thing?
looking for
Bird
organic
orbs.
matter. Maybe even the tree.
A tree
And
would
see
be
what-
much more likely. You do find some branches that had been sticking up, and part of the trunk. This might even be the tree you were sitting in at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's the same thing. The organic matter. Well, the bark is for sure
Okay.
transmuted, but you get further in past the bark, which some of it was flaked off the tree or flecked off already, and the outer layers of that also is transmuted into this kind of almost
Clay.
spongy organic material.
Can I try casting Dispel Magic on it and see if it has any effect?
I mean, you can cast a spell magic.
I'll give that a shot. See what happens.
Let me refer to my notes.
Thinking back to like the wall where it's magically protected or something. Just seeing if it does a small portion of it or something.
It is not magical. Or the effect isn't magical of what it has become. One of the two.
I can't get rid of this. Can't dispel it.
I'm trying to find a way into the cavern beneath the poop pile.
Thump, another little pile comes out of this material.
So you have gone more than those couple inches, obviously.
Yeah,
It continues to be that bizarre
it's still
rind.
right?
You've probably gathered that a lot of this was already crushed material.
Yeah.
Dirt, crushed stone, different objects that, transmuted all that material because it was already crushed up.
He makes a slurry out of the things that he crushes in his gullet and then plugs the hole with it, I think.
I kind of walk around.
Does anybody have a
Miss,
shovel?
just so you know, I guess this would be good information to have told you already, but I hadn't even thought of it. Because I know it, but you don't. Out of game. But in game, you do know that there are down below some caverns in places underneath the city that go throughout, underneath, through the cliff sides even, that overlook these cliffs. Like, it's not just all solid ground beneath.
Yeah, that makes sense. For the time being, I just kind of want to be alone, and I walk off. Put a little bit of distance between us.
That's cool that you don't tell anybody that, not give us information.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to be too obvious.
Way to art again.
You guys see Mist stroll off. He's not trying to hide.
I keep digging.
Yeah, you don't see me walk off.
Yeah.
You're
Better
6
than
feet
not.
tall and you're 2 foot tall.
Yeah.
Peter, how long do you plan on doing that?
Until I get to the other side or someone has a better idea. There's the game for me.
We all level up.
Yeah, right.
Level 20, you dug.
I'll use polymorph on him to change him into a giant badger, which has a dig speed of 10 feet.
I'll try faster than I was going, right?
A giant badger.
Are you a magical giant badger? Use dig more slowly.
It has a burrow speed of 10 feet, so you can actually dig 10 feet.
It won't be 10 feet. It could dig through softer at 10 feet easily.
My hands are magical. Come on.
But not when you're polymorphed. Remember? When you're polymorphed, you lose all that old stuff.
That's a bummer.
So dig speed doesn't work?
So bad.
It
Dig speed of
does.
2 feet.
But not 10 feet.
Okay.
Is it faster than I was going?
It feels faster. And you kind of feel awesome.
I love
Although
it.
you're really dumb.
I'm like,
You're really stupid.
Yeah.
yeah, I
And
dig
now you
it.
just want to dig.
I'm like, go.
That was what you were thinking before you became a badger?
Right. Dig down.
What's its intelligence?
2.
Dig down. Just like dig, 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 dig. And game.
Less dirt comes actually flying out. How long do you stay watching him?
Does he look like he's going faster to me?
Yeah, a little bit.
Why is Lester coming out?
Because you're not throwing it out. Because you're already 6 feet deep.
Oh, it's true.
They just dig.
Someone's disappearing.
Eventually,
into
you're
it.
starting to see
my
like
ass
part
end
of
is
his
starting to
body.
disappear.
Yeah, you're seeing just half of his body as he's digging further down. He's actually making a burrow out of this gross material.
Dig, 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 dig.
I'm just attuning to the helmet right now.
Yeah, you're halfway through.
I'll probably give him like 10, 15 minutes as a badger.
That's it. Come on, man. Give me a chance.
After 10 minutes, he disappears entirely. Although he's making a little burrow,
should probably
so
check
you could
and-
probably like clean up the stuff around him really easily.
That's cool.
Yeah, it can last up to an hour, so yeah, I'll give it 15 minutes.
After 15 minutes, you just see the ground moving around the tail end of the badger. But you don't see the badger anymore.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Now that I can think again, I holler back. I am going to the tunnels. You may join me if you like.
The
I don't
tunnels?
even. I hear like wah 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 wah. I'm like digging, 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 digging.
So I heard that I will then drop polymorph.
Okay.
And
Drop polymorph, and now Finner's like,
Sit,
he's kind of buried
Yeah.
in this dirt.
I struggle out like. Warn a guy next time.
Mist said there's tunnels. He said that he can. We can join him.
I climb out.
There's a couple ways to get to them. One is through the palace. There is some entrances that go down into some tunnels, and then you'd wind your way around these into the main caverns. Another way is you can literally go straight off the cliff side. They've made some big rope ladders that can go down into the inside, and you come back in.
Yeah.
Dude, Ryan said he actually got bigger this time. That's nice.
He was always pretty big.
That city, man. Yeah, I'm going over the edges because I figure that's the only point of entry that I was sure would be uncompromised by all this nonsense.
Okay.
How was your time as a badger, by the way?
Strange.
Did you get enough digging done?
I don't think so. I feel like no. I don't know.
Did you achieve your goal?
No, I didn't. Let's go to the caverns.
Okay.
You go towards the caverns. You're going to go towards the cliffside, which is also near the palace. You go past it towards the cliff sides, and you can... Well, you don't have a good view anymore because the sun's not out, so all you can see is dark around, but you find where they have extended this giant rope ladder. It's knotted, so it's easy to climb down or up. And it is literally like a ladder, so they have the rungs that are ropes. You can just go over the side. This is something you've done before for fun, you and your siblings.
How far down is the first opening?
Even thinner.
The first opening down is about 100 feet. And the rope ladder is tacked into the side of the cliffside.
I can go down the cliffside and into the hole. I don't have to take the ladder.
Finner just... boom,
I just run.
and he's gone. Whoop. Of course.
I run to the
As
hole.
Finner would. And you guys, I'm assuming, are just going down the ladder, not following Finner.
I'm flying. I'll take
Oh, that's right. So you can go just like he does.
I'll take Raphael with me.
You don't need a rope. You have climb speed.
No, I mean I'm using it because I'm not an idiot.
And I'll say to Art again, I am very disappointed in this. I am attuning to this helmet. I had to take off my ring.
You can still use it.
Let's sit,
We got to do something for 45 more minutes.
I have a feeling we'll still use it.
They're ADHD. They literally have to spend every minute in game and out of game.
I was cool with just digging while we
You were not cool with it. You were giving us all sorts of crap. There goes my game.
Well, if we skip, because you guys want to talk about everything, if we just skip to the end of the hour, I dug for an hour, cool.
But they didn't.
No. All right.
The first tunnel entrance that this 100-foot ladder goes into a small-ish cavern that's actually furnished. It kind of looks like the inside of a house. It's got furniture and bookshelves, and it is a cave. The cave walls are curved, and then it flattens out at the top, and then it kind of... Well, it's not completely flat. It's like a cave. But it's a nice, furnished cave. And it has another tunnel that winds back further. There is more tunnels as you go down the rope ladder if you like. And they all kind of interconnect, kind of like a web.
Yeah.
However, in this first one, you can see, you go maybe 20 feet back past that first tunnel, and you can see further on that it has been collapsed. Just from this sinkhole, whatever happened collapsed that tunnel.
What kind of light radius does the Phoenix give off?
Probably
Standard
10,
torch.
20.
Yeah.
Not standard torch.
Half of a standard torch.
It's still a baby Phoenix.
Okay.
And it's only been a couple days and it's still tiny.
Very tiny.
It's a shoulder candle.
Mm-hmm.
But it loves whenever you give it things to consume. And it tries its darndest to consume you and things you wear, but you have immunity. But it tries. And you can tell sometimes it's trying to consume your gear with fire, your
face.
Your face. It wants to, but it can't.
I do give it good berries every now and then.
It loves them. They just burst. So yeah, first furnished cavern. Eventually the tunnel's collapsed. Can't go any further. You could try to dig, but you've tried that.
I just go to a deeper one.
You go out, down, deeper. Next tunnel is about the same size, and there is stuff in here. In fact, there's like a few weapon racks that are completely furnished with good steel, kind of castle steel. This is definitely a place that commoners wouldn't have come normally. Peasants. Only the royalty really knew about this. So you've been here many times, and you've left some of your whips hanging up on the wall. You've left different unique items. Yeah, there might be some kind of torture devices if you were into that. I don't know if you were.
I'm like,
You just said whips all over the wall.
Oh.
Yeah, but Mist seems a little weird, and he's talking about pulling fingers off, so who knows?
There's a table that
Should do
hangs by the
terrible
ceiling, and there's a weird box in the corner.
Filled with
Things.
rods.
Oh, God.
This cavern is about the same size, but it goes very deep until finally it tapers off, and there's a big boulder that has kind of sealed away the next cavern, except for a little tiny hole that you could squeeze through yourself. Finner can go right through it.
I do it.
All right, Finner's gone again.
Boop.
He's just gone.
I won't go very far ahead, but I do want to go through and see what's over there.
You can still see in the dark, 60 feet. A lot of this tunnel, when you go through, is small, so you can't see very far because then it winds around the corner or the next entrance.
Does it open back up after a little bit, or does it stay teeny?
It stays teeny for a little bit. When you think you might have already lost your party, you might hold up a minute and then go further.
Or
You might not.
Do you guys want to come through here, or do you want me to go look and come back?
I mean, how long do we have until the helmet? We can teleport? Just
I don't know.
It's 15 more minutes till you can teleport.
go 7 minutes in and then come back.
Okay, I run for 7 minutes. I run for a little while. I don't know, not 7
crawl
minutes
after
probably, but
So he'll follow. Are you guys staying behind them?
I think it'd probably be best.
Sure.
Okay.
They're easier to
let's do this.
get out if needed.
You two run ahead. Finner first. You're running through. Eventually, you get to a point where the ground starts to feel squishy.
Nice.
And you couldn't tell at first, but then you see it, and then you can see the walls. You're looking around, and it looks different, but just the edges, as if the transition is a gradient of whatever kind of transmutation is taking place. This is the very edge of it.
I found some worm squish.
This is also a different effect than what you were thinking, because you were thinking it processed like this through it. This wasn't processed. The cavern hasn't been moved. The cave walls are the exact same from when you came through here as a child.
It changes reality in its wake.
It is almost like a ghost with an aura that changes stone and whatever it passes through.
Okay. I have a weird story to tell you once we're off camera.
I get distracted and begin to gather some samples of this. I want to press it between some cloth.
I'm going to keep going.
I want some of this too.
Okay.
I'll just sit down.
This stops following.
Okay, I'll go a little ways and just see what's up ahead.
So again, the material as a gradient starts to become more and more just like what you had seen from the sinkhole. More squish, more flesh-like.
Smooshier.
Like the fibers of whatever it is are interlocking together, creating a solid of flesh or muscle or tendril. It's neither of those materials, none of them.
It's
but
getting organic in here.
definitely organic.
All right, I keep going. I push on until I find the ghost worm.
Finner continues on. It hasn't been quite 7 minutes.
Until he dies. It's because he's lucky.
Until you eventually open up into a larger cavern. You can hear the sound before you even go in of a waterfall rushing off the side of the cliffside.
Oh, snap. I make myself invisible.
You're invisible.
I mean, they probably have tremor sense, but whatever.
Well, they definitely have tremor sense. They're worms.
Right, yeah, so I don't know, but I feel like it's...
You saw them come out after things that can move.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's kind of like Finner Reflexive, though. Danger. Invisibility. All right. I creep ahead.
Okay. You're creeping past, like, cavern vines and moss, and all that life is clinging to the walls, but it's also been transmuted into this material. You can just see it's like a moss-like sponge, and it pulses a little.
Oh, it's alive.
When you do that.
Sweet. The vines are still alive, even though they're weirdly organic? I cut one.
Pulse.
I cut a vine.
Okay. You cut a vine. It kind of... and then stops flailing once... you hold on to it for long enough, it just stops flailing.
Oh, dude.
Put it in the box next to the swing.
Next to the what?
The swing table.
Swing table, yeah, totally.
Quiver vine.
Wiggling vine.
You can continue winding your way through to get better view of this entire cavern.
Yeah.
You can only see 60 feet.
I go in.
Okay. You go in.
It's like, I hate you guys.
Fine.
I'm gonna every round.
I feel like
I
we're
hold my
replaying
action
an
to run
episode
like
right
fuck
now.
if something tries to get me. So I got 1 foot, you know what I mean, ready to run. But I will creep into the awesome cave of living weirdness.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Okay. Oof, 15.
15. You go in, the ground feels like that, the walls feel like that. Do you kind of hug the wall? It's a big cavern, and you can't see all the way through it, and there's no light sources. There's a little a very sliver of light that's spilling in from where you can see the silhouettes of the waterfall rushing down past. And you can see like a very soft light through the water, but even that's dull.
I don't hug the wall. I go down into the cavern.
Okay. You actually do descend down like a few feet, a slope, kind of hop over a rock nearby. As you're walking,
Worm did.
you hear a voice. Who are you?
I'm Finner Cherry Cheeks. Who are you?
Come closer.
I can't see you.
I'm just a little further.
I think I like it here, thank you. It's a nice place to sit. What's your name?
Give me a perception check.
22.
22. In your view line, you see this snake-like tendril coming ever so closer, but not from in front of you, from the side.
Oh, snap.
And it looks like it's trying to be sneaky, trying to be quiet, but it is a long tentacle. And on the end of the tentacle, you see a misshapen, almost human-like face that every once in a while it looks up and looks at you. It's got no eyes, just holes where the eyes would be, and it is a lump in the shape of a human face.
Okay. Well, I got my staff. Like, that's more creepy than I expected.
Some Lovecraft shit down here.
Yeah, I'm like, huh. Well, what was the worm's name again?
Qorgeth.
Qorgeth. Is that your weird tentacle face I see creeping towards me? I move away from it.
You move back towards where you came.
I keep it in my line of sight so I can see it, and I'm looking for other ones now, but I'm like moving back as we talk, trying to keep it at equidistant. And I have my staff in front of me.
Once you move away, it doesn't pursue.
Okay.
It doesn't continue talking.
Is that you, Qorgeth?
No response.
Are you making...
Everything feels tensely quiet.
I just want to talk. That is weird face tentacle thing. What is that?
No answer.
I know you can understand me.
Roll your perception.
He's trying to tentacle face me in the ass. Trying to sneak up behind me. You motherfucker. 13. Surprise, motherfucker.
You see a tentacle now. It's actually up in the air. And it's kind of snaking its way towards you, but from above. Quietly. But you see it. It's not quiet enough.
I'm like,
And it's within your dark vision.
I move away
You move away.
towards the place that I came from more. I'm like, why are you trying to tentacle face me when all I want to do is talk to you?
No response.
Don't make me get my friends. They're not as nice as I am.
No response.
I'll be back in a minute. I run.
And Finner runs.
Yeah, I'm like, it's a little too creepy for Finner, I feel like.
Eventually you get back to where Mist is.
I'm like, hey, you're not going to believe what I found. I found Qorgeth. And he was talking to me, and he has these weird faces on tentacles that he was trying to sneak up on me with. Come see.
Did you deal with it?
No, I came to get you. Are you crazy? His face is on tentacles. It was totally weird. And he kept trying to sneak up on me. I think he wanted to, like, organicify me. Oh, and I found these weird tentacles. When you cut them, they wiggle all crazy. It's kind of neat. Yeah,
Did you keep it?
No, I came back to show you. I came to get you to bring you to the thing.
You didn't keep the one you cut?
No, I'm not.
I need to go get that.
Yeah. Come on.
A wiggly thing?
Yeah.
You actually don't have to go as far. They're just
Oh.
like half the distance from where you were at.
Come and see the tentacle faces, though. That's the real cool thing. You feed it to the bird.
Feed the
bird a worm.
organic vine. It's not actually a worm. It's just an organic excrement around this vine or whatever it is.
It's a wiggly vine.
And it is consumed by fire by your baby phoenix. It revels in it.
Yeah?
You see it like throw it back like a worm until it finally starts choking it down and it bursts into fire.
Come on, I gotta show you Qorgeth. Qorgeth, are you still there? I'm coming back. Wait, don't go anywhere.
It just starts yelling.
Yeah, come on.
There we go.
Okay.
Keep your eyes open for the weird tentacle faces.
Yes. Let's try to remove one. It would seem that
It's been longer than
They're
7
delicious.
minutes, by the way.
I don't know if that's wise. I mean, I fear Finner probably forgets what the fuck is going
Yeah.
on. And is now doing
This
some
is
other
our
shit.
problem.
Yeah, right.
After 15 minutes, we'll probably go in.
at this point, I've forgotten we came with them.
Yeah, just like, oh, we're doing shit.
So you're going through and then you get to that cavern. As you're entering into that cavern, it kind of starts to widen open into this area. Give me a perception check.
Watch out, he's gonna try to sneak up on you.
Oh, we're not there yet, I don't think.
No, I know. I just wanted to roll something.
15.
16. Total? 16?
Can you
15 and 16.
wait? Now is it our passive if we roll shittier than that? Is that still a thing?
Oh, yeah. 18.
21.
Okay.
My passive's always 21.
And then it's you both have dark vision
Mm-hmm. And a phoenix.
and the phoenix.
And I know what I'm looking for now. I'm not to be snuck up upon by one of those weird.
You actually see nearer the
And he can't be
entrance.
surprised, right?
Like you went kind of far into the cavern, nearer the entrance, you see 2 tentacles raising up,
With faces on them.
and they each have a misshapen, lumpy like face on. One has like these
Qorgeth.
lumps that have tendrils down below the chin that almost form into a lumpy beard of flesh.
Face dicks.
Do they look like
He's got face dicks.
the same stuff that all the ground is made of?
It's just at the edge of your vision.
Qorgeth,
and
you sneaky
You
worm.
need to be more investigative.
You sneaky, sneaky worm. He's trying to get us.
Yes. I see.
I'm gonna get closer to one of the heads.
Very good.
Okay. I will creep closer to them, and I will take the defense action for when Qorgeth inevitably tries to eat me.
So he starts creeping closer.
Why do you want to get so close to me? Why can't we just have a
Roll your
conversation?
initiative.
Yep. All right.
You can as well, Mist.
Thanks.
23. Finner was ready.
You're so in luck.
27.
As you start creeping closer, they're just still. They're looking at you without these eyes. These eyeless sockets are facing your direction.
Mhm.
They're waiting. You start creeping in, and they move.
Like, slap!
Well, looks like they're moving.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm going to cast haste on myself.
That's a good idea.
So your action is to haste.
Which I've never done before out of
Tanner,
game,
what's
so
your action?
It'll take me a minute to figure out what it all does.
I guess I am probably... Am I ahead of
Yes.
Mist?
Yes. You said you creep closer.
I creep closer. So, I'm gonna...
Tell you what.
Yeah.
I'll map it out.
Whoa.
Wait, what is he going to use as things? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, dickheads.
Yeah, what has he got here? Bringing from his own private collection.
I don't have dickheads.
I guess he's keeping him private.
I literally just got what you meant in the first place.
Yes.
More coffee, obviously.
The only dickheads he has are the ones at the table.
It's not an immovable rod.
Boom, snap.
It's not an immovable rod. It's a movable rod. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna drink it all if you don't take it.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
what
like-
I'm talking about.
Here,
No,
one
fuck
second. Here you go.
Thanks, table mate.
Yeah, no problem.
Anyone?
I'm good.
Just kill it, man. There can't be that much left.
I filled my mug. I don't know. Think you're wrong.
You filled that mug, but what about that mug?
I'm working on it. Transfer.
So you guys came into the cavern here.
Okay.
Finner, you're like right here. Mist, you're right here. And you saw them coming from here.
Oh, from over there?
Yeah.
What about the one that was coming out from the ceiling before?
It wasn't coming from the ceiling. It was
Oh.
coming down at you at the edge of your vision.
But it had done this, kind of. is what
It was
you're
coming
saying.
down at you, but at the edge of your vision. So you didn't
Okay.
see the origin point of where it was coming from. I should probably make this a little bigger. It seems too small. Yeah, I'll do that. No, it doesn't work.
Just use all of them.
Yeah.
It'll feel good.
I might have to. Move art again out of the way. You're not really there.
We can't see that far, so you can just leave it to open
Yeah, you
for
can be
the
like,
time
yeah,
being.
So
stuff is happening over there.
that's what you see.
Okay.
Well, one thing I also do is I might put stuff here, but as you get closer, it might be different.
Whatever.
So
That's okay.
don't expect it to be like that when you come this way.
That's fine.
If you come this way. Right here, around this corner, you see the tentacle creature. I don't think I actually have a creature to represent a tentacle face.
Okay, that's good.
Use a polar bear.
Use a polar bear. Use a polar
Let's
bear.
see what I got.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
We got worms. I mean, you could be any of the little people or undead monsters or skeleton faces.
Ready? 2 tentacle worms, go! They have faces on the end. It doesn't matter, man.
It doesn't matter. I got snake guys.
There you go. Yeah,
They're almost like tentacle faces.
Yeah, sure. Saying that that's what's going on.
There.
Okay. All right.
Let's turn on the battle cam just for reference.
The
points.
butthole cam.
You're the worst.
We did it. We split the party and got into ridiculous combat.
What are you doing? They're starting to move. They're lunging.
Quickly, they're lunging. Bad, Qorgeth. Bad. I guess I'll spend my 4 key points to actually make myself invisible and immune to, or have resistance to damage.
I thought you already did that.
No, I have 2 kinds of invisible.
Oh, okay.
I have Cloak of Shadows. When I have an area of dim light or darkness, I can use my action to become invisible. Period. No expenditure. I remain invisible until I make an attack, cast a spell, or
That's
an
fine, but
area
you're
of
not
bright
doing
light.
that.
I'm not doing that. I'm doing the empty body or
Okay.
something.
So you are invisible.
Yeah, the empty body is... where is it? Oh, it's features and traits.
If only the UI for that blasted.
It works
App.
great on an iPad. It's amazing.
I don't even mind it on my phone. But I've spent thousands of hours looking at it, so I'm used to it, I guess. Spend 4 key points to become invisible and gain resistance to all damage but force damage for 1 minute as an action.
Okay.
So I do that.
That's what you do.
And then I am going to 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do that, and then I'll spend another one to take the defense action.
Okay.
Defend myself, whatever.
This is what it looks like, Brian.
Let me see.
Certainly looks better.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's way better than what I'm looking at on the phone.
Because it has all that info over here, and you can just click the different tabs to get whatever you're looking at.
Oh, nice.
So it's like equipment.
That's really cool. And that's on what now?
On the iPad. Just because it's bigger.
Okay.
Someday, when we get enough, I'll get you iPads. But cheaper ones, like older ones. They'll still work, just... I'm not going to spend
Almost as good
$250
as
on
paper.
everyone.
It'll work
I
almost as
don't
good as
have
paper.
$250 to spend on everyone.
We're not that cool.
I mean, I love you guys.
Maybe I'll just
I
get
just
my
don't
own
have that
iPad
kind of
at
money.
some point when I'm making more cash. After I turn into Daddy Warbucks.
Yeah.
So what else are you doing?
I move in.
Oh, God. Okay.
Tanking.
Missed. Your turn. I honestly don't know who went first. You guys kind of had...
Mist went first.
Yeah.
Well, what were you doing?
I
Mist?
cast haste on myself
That's
as
true.
an action.
Although
Were you gonna
you can
move?
move up and attack.
Not for that first one because
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
Because haste is casting the spell is your action.
yeah. Well,
You still have
I did
movement.
it for preparatory. I got tense, and that is my haste. I'm like,
Okay.
what is this? I wasn't
Your butthole
expecting it
clenched
to
and magic
actually be
shot out?
face snake things.
I told you they were face snakes.
Yeah, you're usually full of shit though.
That's not true. You just don't believe Finner, but he's mostly telling the truth. I did steal the magic beetle from a guy that had tentacles coming out of his face.
Well, it looks like you have to pay the piper now.
Okay.
I am
Quit clicking
foolishly
those dice.
full of
Brian will yell at
optimism.
you.
Shush it. You can see 60?
Yeah. That's about it.
You do not see where these are coming from. They're actually coming from around
Huh.
here
Where are you hiding, you sneaky worm god?
as you move in.
Yeah.
My turn?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that this is not something I've encountered down here before. Is that correct? if later you're like, I don't know why you're killing Teddy.
That's not how it works.
Okay.
I don't know why you're killing Teddy, your favorite childhood friend.
Yeah. All right. I just wanted to clarify before it got too late.
That would have explained so much.
I'm like, enjoy the snack I brought you, Teddy.
And then you fucking leave.
It's going to reach
he
out.
deserves it.
Its mouth extends the entirety of its head and it
Oh.
starts to form a hollow hole where it's just mouth and it's starting to form outward and it goes to bite down onto you.
That is unexpected. All right, well, that's disadvantage.
Is there a hole in it?
Yeah, there will be.
The other one moves in as well.
Oh.
They're both going to do it.
Oh, snap. All right.
That's very good so far.
So far, so good.
So far, there's another one. That's my second one of the game.
slap. I'm like, oh no.
And when it hits you, it kind of hits off you. You step to the side and you feel part of it. It feels spongy and sticky and it slaps your cheek. And it's gross. And then when it moves away, it actually like strings this,
Dad, is that you?
maybe saliva, maybe slime from your face to it.
Oh, man.
What is your AC?
Oh. All right. I'll actually do some shit. My AC is a 20.
24.
It's going to roll again.
Jeez, with an 8.
No. It'll roll over with disadvantage.
It did roll disadvantage.
But it's going to have to roll again with disadvantage.
Is it luck?
No. It's called Second Chance. Increase your Dex, Con, or Charisma score by 1. I chose Dex.
That's fine.
When a creature you can see hits you in an attack roll, you can use your reaction to force that creature to re-roll. Once you use this ability, you can't use it again until you roll initiative at the start of combat or until you finish short or long rest. So it just rolls again.
To re-roll.
Period.
It rolls a 1.
He misses. All right.
It misses.
So I'm like, they're not friendly.
And it tries to wrap its grotesque slime-like face around you, and
Does
you
this one
push
slap
it
me in the
away.
cheek too? Like
This one you grab and you
I'm like,
push it
no.
away and force it off of you.
Okay.
That was its turn.
Mm-hmm.
For mechanical purposes, do these things count as two separate things for the time being?
He can declare
yeah.
that one of them as his planar enemy.
Yeah, I can declare one as a planar enemy, which could be an issue, and then also if I attack two different targets, I can make another attack against a third target.
To?
First thing I'm going to do is declare planar enemy on the one that tried to lamprey onto Littlethinner.
When you do it, you can tell they are both your planar enemy.
Okay. Fair enough.
Bummer.
Well, that's probably good for me.
Okay.
And then I'm going to scoot on in a little bit.
How much a bit?
To within 20 feet. And then I'm going to go to attack and do my 10-foot teleportation first. And then I have that 10-foot reach. And so I'm going to give it the old crack.
Okay.
And because you're there, I get
Your sneak
attack.
Yep.
But not advantage.
Right.
Sneak
Correct.
attack. Okay.
I will grant it to you. You will not grant it to me. That's a thing.
Oof. 20.
Not a hit.
Okay.
It whips around and it goes around the sponge-like material and then slips.
Get another one.
Try again.
That's 23.
That's a hit.
Yes. So it's going to be a D4 plus planar warrior is 2D8. I lost my other. Nope, there it is. And sneak attack is still there because you're.
When you do, it shrieks and bubble shrieks kind of out of its flesh.
Shrieks and bubble shrieks.
Ew.
8, 9.
Kill
So
it, kill
9
it,
plus
get it off
9
me, get
is
it off me.
18. And then I'm going to use my hasted action to take another swing.
We should go back and get Art again.
There we go.
Did you want to teleport again?
I just want to make sure. Yeah, I can be allowed to do that. So yeah, I'll go that way. Okay, so I'll kind of strafe.
Past Finner, you hear as the whip snaps by your ear above you.
8, 12, 13, 14, 18. Significantly more. And 27 that time. And it's all force damage for the record.
Okay.
And then I'm going to... I'll use the rest of my movement. So
How fast do you move?
I move at 40.
So 20 more.
20 more. 20 back.
Back there. Finner.
Yeah. That's okay. I'm gonna try to smack the one. The one that he whipped. I'll smack it.
Roll the hit.
31.
Yep.
For 15 damage. Spamf.
Okay.
I'm gonna come around and swing at the other one.
It feels kind of like you're swinging at one of those stand-up boxing dummies, and every time you hit it, it goes boom, and it raises back up towards you.
I swing at the other one. So I hit the one, slap. I'm gonna come around, slap. Hit
With
the
your
other
staff
one.
of striking.
Yep. Oh, same thing. 31. For 12 damage. Then I'm going to plant my staff in the ground, and I will kick the first one that I hit in the face.
That's your bonus action.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, for only 18.
Not a hit.
And then I will run back to where we came in.
How far?
To where we came in. I can run 65, so I can easily run to the edge of the scene. I do it. Maybe we should get art again. Maybe we should come back with art again.
All right.
Sorry, bro.
You remembered quickly that I was back there, huh?
Yeah, I did.
Who did we come here with? Let's get art again.
Let's get art again. Let's get art again.
I'm glad I set all this up.
Yeah. Well. I mean, they can take a couple bites out of mist. That's cool. Qorgeth, you're a bad worm god. I don't like you.
Oh,
Shit,
I
dude.
guess that makes sense.
Oh no! What the fuck? Seriously, for real?
Blows through the wall. The tendrils snake backwards.
Hi, Qorgeth.
Beak.
I don't know what to say.
I do.
New characters, yeah.
You guys hear the sound of tunnel.
I think
far
we're
off.
heading that way now.
Good luck. It took us like 10 minutes to get here. You'll find
About
our
7.
leftovers. Yeah.
No, it was like
It was.
we
And then he came back, and then he came back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
There was a lot of
3
time
minutes.
going on.
3 minutes of
If we
actual
can
travel.
survive 30 rounds, we're good.
Oh, yeah. All right, never mind.
Yeah, right? It doesn't matter. Anything more than a minute doesn't matter. The timelines have become divergent. They're now moving into the future while we are staying stuck in the present.
It goes to attack you.
Maybe we.
You
So as it comes
see-
out, I'm just going to make a high-pitched squeal. Like, ah!
This creature blows through the cavern, and you see 50, 60 of these different tentacles that are all like snaking out, and on each one of them they might have like pinchers or fangs or a little face, all coming from its mouth.
Oh.
It looks like this. It's a giant veiny worm. It has a bunch of tentacles that extend from its mouth.
Ew. That's gross. It's slimy.
One of the creatures is screaming on the end of the tentacle as it goes to bite you.
I'm screaming too. That makes 2 of us. I'm like, go the other way! Go the other way!
Bite. It misses.
So I'm like, ah!
And you see some of these tentacles go flying by you. One actually slaps against you as you dodge
Like,
out of the way.
In the face again. The slimy face slap.
And then it goes to
How many
crush
times
you
can it
with
roll?
its little things. One of them goes to slam down on you with the little face with its tentacle.
Not the face, not the face.
31.
What? Okay.
So that's how that feels.
Yeah, I'm like, huh.
More.
Okay.
31, 34.
Suck.
Take, on the first hit, it slams against you.
11 character levels of damage.
24 bludgeoning damage.
12.
The second one. 22 bludgeoning damage.
11.
And then it goes to sting you with one of those tentacles that doesn't have a face on the end, but just has like fangs and points. It strikes out.
Okay.
32.
Mm-hmm.
It has reach. It doesn't even get close to you with its mouth. Its mouth is coming away and the tentacle stings.
Cool.
"22 piercing damage.
11.
Make a constitution save.
18.
Not enough.
I spend a key point to roll it. 29.
That is enough. You are not paralyzed. You will
That's
take...
You need to run! This is bad.
Mm-hmm.
It just smacked me down like 4 times.
You'll take half the poison damage.
I'll take half of the half.
Do you already have resistance to poison?
I have resistance to all damage except for force right now.
Okay, yeah, you take half and then resistance. $34 divided by 2
16.
divided by 2.
8.
17 and then
Oh yeah, 3, 4, 8.
17 8. 8 poison damage.
So
yeah,
it's
that
like
was its turn.
blam, I'm like and it's like
You
all
can
these
see
tentacles
its,
just like
you can see its body like pulsing left and right as it moves around. And as it moves across this ground, you see material kind of just entering into its gullet, as if it's just the dirt is kind of collecting up and then moving into it as it travels across the ground. You see some of its parts on its side flare open like gills and swallow dirt as it moves. That was its turn.
Well, I can get out of here, but I'm pretty sure you're fucked.
So
You go first.
I come running over. I stand behind Finner. And we go to Shadowfell.
Thank you. And peace, motherfucker.
Meanwhile, Artigan and Raphael are heading down the top.
Level 4! he flexes his anger to level 4.
Swoop.
I
Yeah,
don't get it.
I just reach into my pocket and I just tap one side.
Just like fuck around. Swerve.
He's gone.
Oh, thanks, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of shitty for a second.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Ryan's shaking his head. You wanted so bad to worm us?
Oh, I left you behind.
Did you really?
No.
Like, you serious?
I got over close so you could see me leave.
You guys run towards this sound as fast as you can.
Wouldn't it be great if we lead them to their deaths?
Hard to get under the
There was a
table.
moment where I was
We're
like,
not gonna
oh
die."
man, the only way I can get us out is probably going to kill them.
Okay.
You continue running through these caverns until it becomes like a sponge-like material. You can just tell with your passive perception.
Is the Pegasus able to fit in here?
In some parts, it would be tight.
You had to
probably
crawl
wouldn't want
through a
to
little
fly
itty
it
bitty
through.
thing, right?
Okay.
Yeah. There was a spot where Finner had to kind of like... Well, Finner was fine, but you guys had to squeeze through. So Pegasus, not making it. But you do continue running until eventually you come to this opening where it looks like the wall of the cavern has been exploded and part of the ceiling has collapsed into itself, and all of that sponge-like material is starting to form over these fresh boulders that had fallen from the ceiling and these rocks.
Say when
But
we
it's
get
still open area.
when we get to a spot where my Pegasus can't fit through, I'll pick up like a rock or something and put it in my
That's
pocket.
been a while.
Okay.
So you have a rock to your Pegasus.
Okay.
Do you put it in your bag with your other rocks?
I'll put it in
Start
my
making
pocket.
you roll intelligence on like which rock to wear.
Yeah.
I'll put that one in my pocket.
Rock to
'cause
Shadowfell,
that's
rock
one
to
of
Pegasus.
it's the one that I know I'm going to be going to next. So I'm just going to put that one in my pocket. I'll put it in my bag when I'm done with it for the moment.
What are you doing?
We're moving.
Yeah, I figured that we're probably just having a nice conversation about Awana right now.
So,
Like,
running in?
Oh yeah, really?
I don't know
That's
what happened
nice.
if you had tapped the prime material
Kids on the way? Oh, not yet. Maybe. Oh yeah,
Would've
you're
wasted
pregnant.
around.
That's right.
Oh, I love you guys. Let me set all this up just so we can transport ourselves to the Shadowfell because we done
They'll,
fucked up.
they'll be here any second. Don't take it
you
apart.
Keep the scene. Keep the scene.
I'm not taking it apart. Making it bigger.
Don't worry, you can worm somebody.
Yeah. You can take it out on these guys.
Right.
All that frustration you're feeling.
Just worm the fuck out of them.
Hardigan's been asking for it for a year and a half.
Your face when you just like kick the ceiling and put the worm down. Boom. I'm like, okay, all right.
You guys are right there. Right. I have you here. Here. And Artigan somewhere? Maybe I don't have you here. Oh, here he is. He's kind of on his back. You're all right. You're right there. And you're coming through a cavern. It's narrow over here. You can go this way or you can go this way. It looks like this has just been freshly bulldozed, this cavern
This
wall.
is the first split off?
What?
This is the first time it's split off into two different directions?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Finner. Yeah, we start calling out to Mist and Finner.
No response.
All right. Are there tracks on the ground?
I don't leave tracks.
There's, like I mentioned, there's
I
a
do.
lot of rubble, and
Okay.
it looks like this has just happened because some of those rocks that have collapsed into themselves have now started to slowly form a thin layer of that organic material over them.
The halfling layer.
It leads the way, Artigan. You're luckier than I am.
It's true.
I'm kind of concerned that they're not responding. I don't hear anything.
Fresh cavern, no response. I didn't do that.
You take 2 steps further.
Cast your healing word.
Roll perception. No, don't roll perception. You take 2 steps further.
Qorgeth.
You see tendrils coming from him, snaking up towards you, and they're starting to slowly make their way towards you. They're like right here. And they're moving closer and closer.
And I don't see
They're trying
mist.
to be quiet.
Trying to be sneaky.
I don't see mist
You
or
don't see
anything.
mist or Finner.
I'm back at him and go, we're going to Oakdale now.
Just
It's not ready.
How is it not
It's
ready?
got like 3 minutes.
How is it not
It's
ready?
got like 3 minutes.
Almost there.
I gotta write down my
Almost there.
feelings right now.
You need 3 more minutes to attune to that
You
helm.
fucker, dude. It's been like, god damn it. Sorry.
It's just 30 rounds.
You
You
say,
got this.
we're going to
It's just
Oakdale.
30
Roll your
rounds.
initiative.
Hey man, you should.
I'll just
switch
look
out
at
to a
him.
fresh piece
I'll
of
look at him
gum.
and I go, it is not ready yet.
You don't even know what he doesn't even say anything about what he sees.
13.
What'd you roll?
13.
1.
Qorgeth
What is my number today?
Qorgeth sucks.
Yeah, he does. He
So
can't
you
kill
ran away like
anybody.
a bitch.
Yep.
That's a dog term. Not into it.
Go. You choose who goes first. The tendrils are slowly moving towards you. Artigan makes eye contact with the tendrils, and Qorgeth starts moving in. You see it. You don't. In fact, you're just starting to see the first parts of the tendrils.
Okay, you say it's not ready yet. I look at you and go, okay then, and I cast Dimension Door, and we go 500 feet back in the direction that we came from.
In a
But-
winding cavern?
You better
If
hope
you
you don't
miss it,
shut.
you shunt right back to where you're at.
You don't go anywhere if you miss it. You just take damage where you're at. You're just like, we gotta get the fuck.
Pretty much. It's,
And there's not an area that I know. I
No, you
suppose.
ran through.
You're more
Okay.
than 500
It's all
feet
winding.
in.
How far down this direction can I see? How winding is it?
You can see 50 feet in that direction before it winds off out of you.
Hmm.
You gonna roll the dice and take a gamble?
Oh,
Oh, hey, I bet. No, you know what? It's really
You're
interesting.
not here.
Oh, fuck. Never mind. Because I have the
You're
perfect
not
answer.
here.
I have the answer for you. I can't say anything. It's horrible. It's breaking my heart.
Oh, it's not. You're smiling.
I kind of want them to die.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
I will dimension door 40 or 50 feet in the direction that I can see, so it's good enough for me to see.
So you dimension door 50 feet that way with Raphael?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'll say, come on, and I'll run another 30.
Are you done? Did you kill it?
There's got another mug in there.
So I'm 80 feet. That way.
Maybe there's not a lot. We haven't taken a break, have we?
No.
Are we just going to
Let's
skip break?
Nah, let's break.
All right.
We'll talk
That'll
about their
probably be a
impending
good
doom.
point in a minute.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're either going to get away or they're not. And we'll either way have a reason to break.
You dimension door that way. That's your action. Then you move.
Yep.
You can move down these winding tunnels.
Yep.
You go with them.
Yep.
You move down these winding tunnels. You still haven't seen what's going on. You just hear the sounds of now the cave that you just left collapsing. The ceiling collapsing. You can hear the sounds of it being destroyed.
I look at Art again, and
There's no
I just
way you're
got
willing to leave your companions wounded and requiring
Assistance bleeding out in the
Yeah.
mouth of the worm.
I didn't see you guys, so
They need a healing word so bad. That will
You
save
shouldn't have
their
gone
lives.
alone then.
We were ambushed while reconnaissing.
reconnaissance.
That doesn't sound like Finner or
Reconnaissance.
Mist.
I just got to check one thing. I'm so sorry about this.
You better be sorry.
Yeah.
I was gonna see if I can. Can you upcast haste to
No.
do 2 people?
No, it is
Okay.
what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
You can twin
I just
cast it.
run.
And then the sounds fade. It sounds like whatever the ceilings and walls were collapsing in on themselves to close the entrance. But there's nothing chasing you, nothing following you. And you eventually make it back to where you were. You can find your Pegasus.
as soon as we get to the Pegasus, has it been 3 minutes?
Yeah, it'll be 3 minutes.
Okay.
You keep running, you're out of breath by the time you get back.
Come on, let's teleport.
Bingo. To Oakdale.
And you teleport to Oakdale. When you chose to go to the Shadowfell, did you know any place in the Shadowfell? Mist.
I think I would imagine the only place that Mist is particularly familiar with through conversation would be
Shadespire, Shadowstorm.
Shadowstorm.
Shadowstorm, you know that's where Karamir probably resides. And that
That's-
would be the last place you want to go.
Yes.
Shadespire was more of a neutral town.
How do we know about the Shadowfell, or how do you know?
I figured just these guys talking.
Oh, okay, but we've never actually been there.
I've never been.
No, but when he presses the button on his cube, he has to name a place.
No, I just say Shadowfell.
Really? It
You
doesn't-
can be more specific.
You can name.
I thought you might be more specific. You just said Shadowfell.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I tapped the side. It let me know that it was to the Shadowfell, and I said, yeah, that.
Okay, so you weren't specific.
No.
Because to be specific, he has to have been to a teleportation circle in one of the places. I think.
Not a circle, but to a place.
Oh, okay. Because you can also use plane shift to teleport to a teleportation circle on that plane. So you can use it as like a bootleg teleportation circle if you go to a plane, then to another, back to the prime material.
When you appear in the Shadowfell, you are now in a dark, closed-off cavern. You look around and you can see the walls are just a lot like your counterpart where you were, and it winds off into a tunnel, a darkened, winding tunnel.
You said at one point when I came into this cavern, there was a waterfall.
That was on the cliffside. Oh yeah, actually I did say that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And there was light coming through.
I panic tap the cube. Did it work?
Yeah, we're okay. We're okay.
There's no waterfall and there's no entrance. There's no opening. It's solid.
A weird space in the rock with nothing connecting to it.
Oh, there's a tunnel.
Oh, there's
Out.
tunnel. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's go.
Yes, it feels different.
Oh, we're someplace else. Thanks for that. That was horrible.
Yes. It is a shame I did not get to keep it.
The worm?
Yes.
We could go back.
Where are we at? What's the situation look like?
In the teleportation room.
Are you teleporting to
Citadel?
Oakdale?
Yeah.
You teleport to Oakdale.
Okay. Now that we got that taken care of,
What do you mean we got this taken care of?
We got that taken care of.
we teleported. That's the thing I wanted to get taken care of. We are out of there.
I go over to the sign in and I take the pen and I write me and Hardigan's name down and I jab it on point.
I'll send my Pegasus mentally because it's telepathic bond just to send him out to the stables.
Do you think the others are alive?
I'll check 1 second and I'll take out my orb and
Oh, yeah, you can orb.
Only
They're
on this plane
not
of
there.
existence.
You don't find them.
Dun,
they're
dun, dun.
on another plane or they're dead.
You don't see them. Nothing happens. It just stays in that like dark orb. The galaxy spins around, but
So I can't scry?
Nothing happens.
nothing happens.
Oh.
You say their name like a scrying spell.
Is it
nothing
possible
happens.
to scry on dead people?
No, if they're dead, they're not people.
I'm asking Hardigan.
Oh,
I don't believe so. I'll try to scry on Raphael to make sure that it's still working.
I mean, he's alive,
Mhm.
so it works.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can
you
obviously.
scry on your dead friend Garavan?
I mean, I've never tried, so I'll give it a shot. I mean, it's not.
It stays in that black spinning galaxy.
Okay. So that's
So
enough.
I suppose that is an option.
Well, we don't know if we can do other planes for sure.
Before we get very far along the storyline, I do just want to ask, is our plan to go to Oakdale? Because if they're in the teleportation room, they're moving into the future away from us. If we don't go back soon, we can't without fucking up the story.
You mean diverging the timelines?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Don't cross the streams
timeline-wise,
and shit, you know?
I
I know
pressing the button
G,
and then
as a
pressing another
person
button?
out of game, wants to fuck with me as much as he
Yes.
can.
I obviously want to stay in the
But if
Shadow
we get a
Fell for
half
the
an
rest
hour-
of time. However,
What
I
would your
would-
character do?
God, he wants to fuck with me.
I specifically made him a cat so that he just goes and does whatever is in front of it. However, from prompting of Finner and reminding that
Should we go back?
should probably go back.
Like,
Well, not back to where you were.
Yeah,
no, back to our
back to
plane.
the last city. I believe the circle has been damaged.
Why don't we go to Oakdale? We'll go to Artigan City. Eventually, if the worm doesn't eat those guys, they'll probably show up there, right?
It is true. They have warm fires there.
Yep. And apple trees with no more apples.
Beep beep.
Sweet. We teleport her in.
All right. You
Case it needs to
teleport
interrupt
in, and just for the sake of my sanity, you interrupt their conversation.
Like this.
Right. Hey guys, I'm glad you're okay. Did you see Qorgeth? He was crazy.
I did. I don't think.
I was like,
Yeah.
What happened to you? Why did you not return?
he tried
We
to
did
eat me.
return.
I'm like, there's like holes in my shirt and like rips and shit. And I'm like, he tried to eat me. So we came here.
The gate. I figured they generally have a way to get away as much as I do, so when I didn't see him, I figured they either escaped or died before we could get to him. So I'm glad it was the first one.
Yeah, we got
not the
away.
second. Yeah.
Mist saved my life. Thanks, buddy. I'll hug you.
So we return tomorrow.
You may eat him.
We may, yes.
You said that to the bird.
Can you scry on Qorgeth?
No.
He can't understand me.
I think we've tried that before.
right before the city
Yep.
was taken, and it
So-
failed in 24 hours.
Okay, so not today. We can try tomorrow, but I have a feeling
He's probably still there.
when we got to him, he collapsed the tunnel behind us. So
Oh, he wants to stay there. He doesn't want you to mess with him.
yeah,
Interfere with his wormy plans.
As much as I would love to have the city reclaimed, my intuition tells me that he was not in any hurry to leave.
We should go back tomorrow when we're feeling better. I pointed all the holes in my chest.
So that is the plan.
I will reconvene with the rest of my family.
Where's your mom?
I have no idea where they went.
you may speak to the coral here and have him send a message.
The
One of the-
coral.
Yes, the divination creature, celestial creature.
Oh, you
that
mean
produces
the
Coatl.
Coatl. Sorry.
yeah, coral. It
I
was
was
like this.
Coatl.
That's like
Sorry.
the ocean reef?
Yeah, no, coatl.
So is
Coatl,
that a
sorry.
position of someone in the Citadel? The
Yeah, I'm
Coatl?
like,
Ah,
The Coatl. They can send dreams, so they'll be able to message someone in another city who's...
have him dream your
watch.
mom.
Or, if you'd like, I could scry on her.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Let you know where she is.
was there no... Okay. That sounds... Yes.
Okay, I'll use the orb to scry on his mom.
What's the DC?
It's based on the item, I believe.
17.
I have the entire thing.
Heard of her. So she gets a +5.
Mhm.
And what's the item's DC? Is it at your DC or the item's?
It's a 19 DC.
She saves. With her +5. Because you've never met her.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, that didn't work.
Mm.
Do you have another one of your siblings you'd like to check in on? I could try another one of them.
How about some breeze?
There are many from the last city who are already here.
We can check in on one of them.
Oh, summer wind. Yeah.
You gonna go through
It's
the
a great
list?
song,
Start.
though.
Boom, boom, boom.
Sure, I guess.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
What is going on over there?
That's two.
Yeah, there it is. Summer breeze makes me feel alive.
Summer wind,
Summer wind. Saves.
green eyes at night,
Green eyes at night. Saves.
river to the sea,
River to the sea.
Saves.
robin chaser.
Robin chaser.
And we're
Does
good.
not save.
We're good. We got one.
Let's see,
Robin chaser is a female or male?
female, aka chaser.
You see her. It looks like she is in a great stone city, a city of dwarves, and she is bounding across the ground, slapping something that skids across the ground. And when you look closer, it looks like she has a mouse that she slaps and it runs away and she's chasing.
Really?
That's where that sibling is.
Huh.
You can't tell exactly where it's at, but it's a dwarven city. There's a few. Stonehall, Iranex, there's a few around the world.
Bartlador.
Not Bartlador.
We could also have Roan cast message. That might be
I'm
easier.
sure they are fine. At least many have resisted you. Another is well enough to be pursuing rodents.
I know that they're alive because they resisted. It just wouldn't work. Didn't.
Very well.
Everyone, fuel up and get some rest. We'll reconvene here tomorrow morning. I'm going to go sit with our friend Emarosa.
Yeah, we may still have questions.
Ah,
we can
yes. Now I remember. Yes.
Miss, you will not be coming to see Emarosa today.
Why not?
I'm walking there now.
Yeah, why can't we go see Amorosa? Hey, wait for me. I'm coming to see Amorosa.
I'm not there.
Please go to the mess hall and relax.
Yes, we may rename it that afterward.
What time are we meeting here in the morning?
We can do no harm to Amorosa.
Hey, I need your help.
That is untrue.
I need to find something before we leave tomorrow.
Bring Raphael.
He's not as good at helping me find things as you are.
This is true. Help Finner out.
Here, come on. I'll tell you, there's one of 3 things that I'm looking for. And I'm going to try to get you to come with me. I'm looking for either a portable hole or a handy haversack or a bag of holding.
Have I ever noticed those things when I use my class ability to detect portals?
Ooh, that's a good question, because there are technically a portal to another dimension.
I mean,
That's awesome.
Wait a second.
You're obviously the guy I should have been talking to this whole time.
Like, yeah, there's 2 at Mike's.
Right.
I don't know if it works. I'm going to read it.
That's great.
But it's such a useless ability, I might just say yes.
That's like the only thing it's good for.
Oh, then he would have a constant ping on me because I'm carrying the
Yep.
bag of holding.
So it becomes the how to find Artigan class ability.
Yeah, he was like 500 feet that way.
Mm-hmm.
You are a Horizon Walker, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is kind of
Detect
one of the worst
portal.
flavor things.
It says a planar portal.
They open into another plane.
And you use it, I would say, maybe when it's being used and open, and then when you close it, it ties off that connection to the planar portal, I would say, or closed up, or when it's being used.
All right. But you did say some of the magic words just enough to like, break my concentration for a minute. And so I will use that ability and see if what I can detect.
And while he starts to concentrate, I look at Artigan and I go, I'm going to Amorosa's.
It tells me to look in the DM guide for the description of planar portals. So
I'm just going to do this.
Horizon Walker.
Yeah.
Portable.
Someone else has asked this question.
probably.
Horizon
Planar portals.
Walker sense a bag of holding. Here we go.
Doo-doo-doo.
That's probably DM fiat. It doesn't specifically say anywhere.
Oh wait, here we go. Wizards of the Coast says
How far away is it?
You have modified
5
it to be
miles?
5 miles.
Okay, so it encompass the whole town.
Mm-hmm.
Does it give you an exact location, a general direction?
You actually have it open. I do not. Let's see.
I'll go back to it then.
oh no, this is the wrong.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that easy. The distance and direction to the closest planar portal within 1 mile of you.
So I know.
Yeah, you detect a portal within the confines of the city.
I believe. Yes. Let's
Sweet.
just go investigate that.
Okay.
Leave these other 2.
I can see where the rest of this game is going.
We re-split the party.
So you're going to Amorosa's. We'll start with you, since they got their little combat hijinks out of their system. And then we'll go back to them. Starting with you two. You still have control of Amorosa. But she is within the confines of her jail cell, which are nullifying all magical effects. While she is in those confines, she doesn't have that spell cast on her. She can freely act, well, as much as someone behind bars can. She looks up at you. You look down at her. She's sitting on the ground. Did you find my friend the Qorgeth?
I believe so.
You are still alive?
And we will remain alive.
Did you destroy him?
We did not have the opportunity to attack him yet. But that will come.
And you're back for more answers? You're going to beat the woman again?
I'm not looking for any answers as of right now.
Then what are you looking for? Why are you here? Why can't you just leave me in peace?
You don't deserve peace. I'm going to sit right here, and you will stare. You will have to either look at me or look away. But you know
I'm going to take a nap.
that would just be fine. I'll be here when you wake. Artigan, you can go off to Owana, be with her.
Okay.
I'm going to rest here.
Okay. She lays down, pretends to close her eyes.
And then out loud, I will start reciting my prayers to Merit.
Okay. Well, that went quicker than I thought. Are you doing anything specific?
If you don't need any answers, then
Not unless you want to talk to her. I just want to annoy her.
I can't think of anything.
We tried.
Yep.
So I'll go
Hijinks
to
ensues.
Hijinks ensues.
Yes.
Sweet.
Okay. We're looking for a bag of holding, a portable hole, and a strong leather belt.
Or a handy haversack.
Yes.
Why a strong leather belt?
For fun.
Okay. All right.
You follow the direction of this planar portal, and as you're following the direction, it actually seems like it's going on a beeline straight towards one of the other temples in the city.
Oh, sweet.
This is the temple of... I don't remember the name of it. It's been a while since we've had to go anywhere else in this city.
As far as I know, the city's like 3 buildings. The gatehouse, the big tower in the middle that should have been the Citadel, and the Citadel.
There's more to it, but...
I know, I just thought of when Delaran gave Hank all the money to relocate someplace else and be safe forever, he actually killed him by accident. Because then the world turned evil and Hank's probably dead. That's sad. I liked Hank.
Go be safe somewhere else.
Everything else dies.
This is the Temple of Shar,
Out of secrets.
goddess of secrets.
Sure, whatever.
There's not actually any genitals involved, so whatever. Are there genitals involved?
If you're God,
Then stay and find out.
Is there a hole in it?
time for you to go. Time for you to go home.
This way.
Okay.
You're just gonna walk right through the front doors?
No, it's time for us to do the thing we do.
Well, I
just become invisible.
He disappears.
do I have any sense of where in here
Direction
it is?
and distance. Yeah, it seems a little downward, but it seems like it might be kind of in the middle of this temple. This temple is probably as big as the Citadel of the Sun.
Oh, it's like 2 rooms. We got this.
No problem.
Easy peasy.
So do
I'm
you
not
want me to,
setting up a map.
do you want me to make it harder for them people to see you and find you wherever? I can magically help you be more hidden.
You again?
Yeah. Yep.
Is this a trick that we've done before?
I'm going to assume that it is since we go and steal from people all the time. I can cast Pass Without Trace.
I let you do it. Though
Okay.
I can do it too.
Cool. So I'm like, da-da-da-da-da. I'm running out of juice, though. That's okay.
Do you have milk?
Right.
No juice, but we got lots of cheese.
Hey. Yeah, it's, how much does it cost? Let's see. 2 key points for Pass Without Trace. Boop, boop. Cool.
So you have a +10 on your stealth rolls.
Mm-hmm. Plus whatever we already have. Plus I'm invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Advantage plus like 25.
20-something.
I don't care.
And you
I
can't
just
roll.
know. What are you doing?
Yeah, 21. What am I doing?
So
There are small windows inset on the sides, 10 feet high. You look up, and they look like the size, one of those like semicircle half windows with a straight bottom, but they have bars on them.
yeah, first thing I
That's
do
not a
is case
turn
the
to me.
place. So
For you, yes, I know.
I make a loop.
Okay. In the back, you see there is a secondary entrance. It's a smaller, well, it's not as a grandiose entrance. It's like a back door where they might bring in different supplies and goods. It's not going up any steps. In fact, it kind of goes down a little into the ground, slightly, not very far. And the door is a normal sized door.
Should I open the door? I can go in through a window and unlock it from the inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I figure practicing a lot of hand signals the thieves can't. Where
You're just like,
okay, yeah, usually, yeah, even
Whatever.
while we're talking about other things, you can
Mhm.
just like
Do you
you
speak
hold this
thieves' cant?
hand.
yeah, we both do because we both have a level.
We learned it together.
You get a language when you go multi-class into rogue? That's
Thieves' cant.
awesome.
Yep. Multi into rogue is good.
Skill too, right? Or expertise?
Expertise.
Yeah.
Cool. So you go up the side, grab onto the bars, look in, boom, boop, and you're now on the ground inside the temple. You look down the hall, and there's someone that's walking towards you. They don't even look at you. They don't notice you.
I'll try to be stealthy even though I'm invisible, just in case someone can see invisible stuff, because I know these guys can. So it's a possibility.
Sure, you try to be stealthy.
Mhm.
They don't ever turn their head towards you.
Cool. I head towards the back door.
You go as well as you can, navigating the maze of these halls and rooms. Doesn't take you too long, but the first available window wasn't like right there.
Sure.
You go through 2 hallways and 2 rooms until you find what looks like, a back kitchen area / pantry / storage goods. And it has enough supplies to supply a whole temple foods and stuffs.
Oh, nice. I
But
start
not great
not
foods.
apples or
No.
oh, it's like dough.
It's
flour.
like they go to the Coatl and they bring back the bland foods and store them here for the day. And
Alright.
it looks like it's a daily routine because there's enough for a day.
Okay. I don't worry about it then.
I think that stuff disappears after a day too.
If you don't eat it. Or it goes bad or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll go let Mist to the back door. Before I open it, I make sure it's not trapped.
Okay. You
Investigation.
investigate for traps. There's no traps.
22. Okay. I open the door.
It's unlocked. You open the door.
Cool. Come on in.
And Mist walks in, creeps in.
Mhm.
He's invisible, you're not. If you were going down a hallway and someone's walking towards you, they would see you.
Correct.
So that's difference between what you two can do stealth-wise.
Mhm.
But the portal, you think, is about halfway between the front and back entrance, kind of right in the middle, and a little downwards.
Yep, I got you. He tells me that with the weird, like, baseball signs and shit. I'm like, So we go that way.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for a secret door on the way.
For the purposes of communication in the stream, we're being real quiet and
Well, here's the
hand
thing.
signals.
You're using hand signals.
So am I.
No, you're not.
Why not?
You're invisible.
You can see me.
What? You know where he's at.
True. I know the location.
Oh, okay.
He can sense where you are.
Then I'll whisper.
There you go. You're
I'll
gonna
be like-
have to if you're.
That's fine.
And you can't follow him. He has to follow you.
He can follow me if he knows where I am.
Yeah, I guess. Depending on if you go full speed or not.
No, I'm creeping.
Yeah,
We've
but
done
I
this
know where
before.
the thing is. So
We stick together.
I'm
Yeah,
obviously
I have to
leaving.
follow him because he knows where the thing is. But I'll kind of check into rooms and stuff like that ahead to see if there's anybody in them before we go in them.
Okay.
He's the scout of the scouts.
Mm-hmm.
You walk through a couple halls. And you hear the sound of voices coming up from another room. You can't hear what they're saying, but you hear them talking. It's a male's voice and a female's voice. It sounds like you're hearing them through, I don't know, a door, something muffled.
I mean, I'll go over there and look. Is there a door?
Yeah, there is a door. It is closed, but you can see through the keyhole. And yeah, you see a female. She is half elf.
Mhm.
You would assume with her ears. She's not full elven though, and she's talking to a man. Has a long black hair. He's dressed in regal clothing, not royal actually, more like formal clothing. Razor, not razor. Is it? The vest, whatever that's called.
It's a vest.
I'm not good with formal,
Vestments?
Yeah, I don't
formal
know.
clothes.
That's fine. Is it
Cummerbund?
bright?
Blazer.
Blazer, right? Is it bright light in there?
It's lit
Is it
the
bright?
whole way through.
Is it bright light?
There's no shadow that you could jump to.
I got that.
Actually, you could jump to under the table. if
Okay.
You wanted. You can see under the table, and you see it's right next to where they're at.
If I move into bright light, I become visible.
If you move through or into.
If I move into bright light, like the minute that I'm in bright light, everybody can see me.
Okay.
So I'll go. So I'll whisper
I
to
thought
your
you meant shadow jumping.
I can shadow jump into under the table too, but like I don't.
As soon as he's out of the shadow, it's a problem.
Yeah, if I come out from under the table,
And
it's
you
like
wouldn't be able to see through the keyhole on the other side again. That
no.
makes sense.
So once I'm in, I'm in.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna go into the room.
Why? You don't have to whisper. You are whispering.
Right. Why? Because I think is that where we need to go? Is that the direction we have to go in?
No, but you heard voices and it sounded kind of interesting. They
I'm
were having like
curious.
a discussion.
Yeah, they're having a discussion about something. I can make.
I am going to retrieve your portal.
Can we just do this for a second and then we get the portal?
How will you get back out?
I'll make them move away from the room and then I'll just come out.
Should I lock the door?
The door is. You mean the door that I'm gonna have to come out of? No, don't worry about it. I'm gonna make them go because when I look in, I see a room. Right?
Yeah.
Is there a hallway leading away from the room?
No, it
Or it's
looks
a
like
hall.
it's.
Yeah.
The only part you can see is like that linear view through the keyhole.
Okay, so I just see like that.
You see the bodies and legs of the people, and you can barely make out their facial features from here.
I'm
You see the
assuming if
table
he's going
past
to
them.
make these people leave, they're going to come out through this door. So
They
I
might.
am now looking for a place to hide.
Yeah, hide. I'll be back. I
you
go to the
might be
table.
not- you might be able to like race
Do the
yourself
thing.
across this small cove that leads to this.
Is it
room.
wood?
There's stone on the sides and there's some wood framing on the top.
You probably could do it. You have climb speed. You're good climbing.
Yeah. I guess I can't. Without being able to picture what your mind's eye is seeing.
Like
It
if
seems-
this is the door and this is the hallway, you could go over the door and wedge yourself up into here, so they
Mhm.
come out and don't just immediately see
So
you.
there's some wood frame that goes up above that way? Is that what you mean?
There's some wood framing on the ceiling that kind of runs like beams horizontally.
Oh yeah, you can
across.
go climb up into the beams.
So, yeah. Yeah, if there's beams up top, or I would stand on the door frame and reach up to the wood.
And it's pretty tall. Ceiling's like 15 feet high. It's pretty tall for ceiling.
So do I stand on the frame and reach up? Is that as far as it goes?
Climb.
You can go up into the rafters, is what he's saying.
Oh, okay. So the rafters are up further. Yes, I will do that.
I go into the table.
Boop, boop.
You can't climb stone. You're gonna have to
Right,
brace
this-
yourself up, or you can jump.
I think if you have a climb speed, you don't really have to roll to climb.
Anything?
Unless it's a sheer surface or something that you couldn't climb. I think with the
Stone
climb
walls.
speed, you get to climb.
Yeah. So this, I will jump and try to grab onto the wooden
Okay.
rafters.
Okay.
If I'm imagining your rafters, as I'm hoping they are.
They're like a 4x4 long beams that run horizontally across. That are
Flush to the
inset
ceiling?
Into the stone.
Inset.
Into the stone
Okay.
walls.
They're running across.
Oh, okay, so they're this way, inset into the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Can go up on
They
top of
could
them.
put like a little tiny 2-foot cove between the ceiling and them for like storage or something.
Yeah.
Like there's no ceiling. It's just the rafters.
Okay. That's where I go.
I'm deciding if I should make you roll in athletics. How high can you jump?
What is it? 8. Is it equal to your strength mod?
Jumping straight up.
You're a cat. You just grab on, you swing yourself up.
So it's at least 10.
I'm going to give you your climbing speed.
Nice.
I don't know.
I'll do a bounce and
Okay.
I Jackie Chan it.
You swing yourself up onto the rafters, looking straight down at the door, at the hallway, and at the.
My tail does
The long
one
hallway
swoop and then
going
it comes up.
Yeah, keep it up there. I'm like, I'll be back.
And you pop in. You could kind of hear them before, but now you can hear them very clearly because you're not. You don't have a door in front of you, she says.
Mm.
I don't know if that's a good idea or if you should even. Maybe we should just wait for a better time. I want to move maybe within 2 weeks. We'll have to take that gamble. This has gotten too far out of hand, and I should have contained it before then. Either way, I need your help. We'll help you. We'll back you. Do you have any other backers? There's a couple more people that I need to talk to. Okay. Then, yes. And you can see them, and he grabs her hand, and she kind of giggles. And then he puts her on the table.
Oh, seriously? Okay, time for me to do some shit. This is not going down. I'm under the table.
She's like, oh.
Okay.
Now you see her legs, and you see his legs.
Nope. So I can create
No, you
it.
take it. You sit there under the table and you take
No,
this.
Fuck, I do.
You take this.
No, I'm gonna create.
If you can do something, otherwise I'm just gonna black black screen.
I'm gonna make a sound. First, I'm gonna make it sound like someone. No, I'm using minor illusion, motherfuckers. I'm not like blah 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 blah. No. Is it the door that I came in the only door out of here?
What are you using?
Minor illusion.
Okay, let me read the spell.
You can create a sound or an image of an object within range that lasts for the duration. The illusion also ends if you dismiss it, blah, blah, blah. If you create a sound, its volume can range from a
don't read
whisper
the
to
whole
a
spell. Let me.
scream.
It's just easier. for
It's
me to
just
read.
have a verbal component is all he needs to know.
Oh, that's a good question.
Its range is 30 feet,
No, I have a little bit of
and you
fleece.
can do it within range. That's all I needed to know.
Mhm,
You
so
don't
I-
have to see it.
So I pull out a little bit of fleece that I need to cast a spell. I rub it, right, to pull the wool over their eyes, literally. And then the sound that I make first, I'm going to make it sound like there's someone whispering on the other side of the door. Like people talking kind of to each other.
Okay.
Does that do anything to stop them?
Whispering. So you want it audible enough for them to hear.
Yeah, like someone's talking on the other side of the door that I came in.
So the sound is really from like inside the room, but it sounds like whispering outside.
Sounds not from inside the room. I want to make the sound coming from the other side of the door.
So it needs to be louder than a whisper. They won't
Okay,
hear it.
so I'll make it loud enough so we can hear it, talking, muffled.
Okay, so as she's starting to undress, you see her dress fall to the ground,
Then someone's gonna knock on the door. Doom, doom, doom.
and then the door knocks. Do, do, do. He's like,
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, right. You're like, what the shit is happening?
And they get really quiet and they don't move.
Okay, dum dum dum. Hey, is somebody in there?
Put your clothes back on, he says quietly. And he'll go to the door. He'll open it, roll stealth.
I'm checking myself up against that wall.
There's no other ways in or out of this room.
This is just a cove that has a
32.
study chair and some books on the table right by the chair, and it actually has one of those book stands that you can stand and read like a.
Oh,
a
so
scriptorium.
when they're going towards the door, when like she's put her clothes on and he's walking over to the door, I'm gonna grab a book off the table.
Okay, she is still putting her clothes on. Roll a sleight of hand check.
It's cool.
And, well, are you invisible?
I am invisible.
But it's lit outside under the table, so you'd become visible.
Are either of them looking at me?
Her legs are faced away from you. Do you want to look out and check?
I mean, which side of the table are her legs on? So this is the table. I'm underneath
It's
her.
a rectangle table.
Mm-hmm.
You're right here,
Mm-hmm.
and she's facing away towards the door.
I'll reach up the other side.
It's against the wall.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'll go to one of the corners.
He's
and reach
gonna
up.
make her run. Sleight of hand check. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean,
Technically, your hands are gonna break your invisibility,
You're
right?
trying to remember, because you looked in the keyhole, where this book was. You're reaching up like this, and you're feeling around for the book.
yep. Yeah, I am invisible until I make an attack, cast a spell, or are in an area of bright light. So I think
Once your
this,
hand goes in, that would count.
Okay. Yep, I'm like,
And you would also then become visible entirely under the table, not just your hand.
when he opens the door, can I see into the hallway?
Yeah.
Can I see up into the rafters down the hallway? I can't.
No, because it's not a long hallway. It's a cove that was from this other hall.
Okay. Then I probably won't steal a book. I'll wait until he starts to close the door again.
Mhm.
And then right before the door closes all the way, I'm going to boop out into the hallway.
And you do.
All right.
You're back through.
But there was no other doors in or out of that little
No,
thing.
it was like a little study room.
All right.
A
Okay.
lounge, a reading room, or whatever they're using it for now.
Yep. So I'll tell you what happened in the room. They're talking about this thing. He needs some help. She's going to back him. They should have contained it before now. I don't know. And then they're about to have some gnarly alone time together.
Something about backing each other then.
I don't know.
On
Let's
the
go.
table?
Let's go find the portal.
And you go find this portal. You actually do eventually find the stairs. It takes a little bit. They're not. You don't have the direction to the stairs, so you have to go through a few rooms. But
Right.
this is
Because
a
you're like,
pretty-
it's down here. The stairs are over this way.
Mm-hmm.
But your compass keeps pointing at the portal the whole time.
You haven't really found many people as you've come through.
Maybe they're all invisible like me.
Maybe. You go down the stairs, and there's a door at the end.
Is there a keyhole?
There is not.
Sweet.
That means it's not locked.
I investigated before we just start opening it. I
Roll your
investigated.
investigation.
All right. 21?
It's definitely something going on that's magical about this door. It's got no doorknob, it's got no keyhole, and it is closed. There's no way to actually open it.
That's interesting. Is there any kind of writing on it?
No. It's a plain, dull green door.
It's behind the door?
I press my ear to the door
Um,
and I listen.
you can hear something very faint. It sounds like someone talking, but it's really hard to hear, and there's no discernible words.
Ooh, I've got an idea. Is there a place to hide over here? Is there like more lattice work up above?
Not because it's you're going down the stairs. It goes into smaller corridors. The corridors almost fit the door.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. You're going to hide up against the wall. I'm going to put a barrel over you or something, or a box, an illusion. And then...
There is nothing in the bottom of this stairwell. A barrel or a box is just as attention-grabbing as anything else.
That's cool. Then I'm going to make it sound like someone's screaming out here like they're dying. And whoever's in that room hopefully will come to the door and open it.
Mm. Perhaps make the sound of that priest as though he were falling down the stairs. Boo, doo, doo, doo.
Sure, and then he'll scream for help. He'll be like, help, help. Yeah, that's good. And when they open the door, we go into the door. Can you teleport in there?
No. Well, maybe. I could just go in now.
Go in through the door?
Probably, depending on what this is. I just jump through.
Jump through the door.
Yeah.
Even with the door in the way?
Yeah, it's hard when I can't see. But, I mean, in theory, I could do it.
Oh.
I did before.
Okay.
No, ideal.
Let's get him to open the door first so we can see in there. If he hears someone screaming, he's less likely to stop and check out a crate. Or a barrel. Or what other thing could I make?
A worm monster with worms' faces.
No, I can't make a thing that big. It's got to be 5 feet or smaller.
We'll make a tiny one.
Make a tiny one?
Yeah.
Over you. I want to make a thing over you so it doesn't see you.
Oh. Oh.
Because there's no place to hide. I was going to hide you in the barrel.
I think this is a bad idea.
We got to get in there.
We are in no rush. Eventually those noises will come out. Or the door should at least open eventually.
But you'll be here. You're not invisible.
Correct.
Then they'll see you.
Probably.
We got to put a thing over you so they don't see you.
I can get in.
Can you open it once you're in?
I can't open it from this side.
But if you go in there and there's people in there and they see you, what are you going to do?
Hide.
What if they see you when you go in?
They will not.
Okay. I'll wait here.
But once I'm in, it's probably a one-way trip.
You can't open the door and let me in?
I don't know. What if it looks just like this on the other side? If I knew what the other side looked like, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Okay, go in. I'll wait for 15 seconds, and if you don't open the door, I'll get someone to come and open it, and you hide in there.
Perfect.
Okay, go.
I step into the ethereal plane and pass through.
You step into the ethereal plane, and you walk into this door, and you pass right through, because you can pass through solids in the ethereal.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels kind of cold as you go through. Your face emerges from the other side, and do you see like the outlines of organic, I'm assuming?
Yeah, so I go through, and immediately I'm going to try to find...
So you know what it looks like in like when
Bilbo
puts on the ring?
Yep,
That's kinda what I
it looks
It's
like,
a lot like that when you step into the ethereal. You have outlines of things. Everything's in like duls and blacks and whites and grays. There's no color or vibrance to this. But you do step into a small hall. At the end of the hall, there's a door, and there's other doors on the side of the hall, left and right. At the end one, there's no door. It's just a archway, and it's in a small room. You see people kneeling down and kind of probably praying in a prostrate posture.
So, hallway, arch at the end where
Yep.
people are praying, and then there's side doors.
That are closed,
That appear
and
to
the
be-
portal's actually coming from your left. You can sense the direction. You could just step through the wall
Mm-hmm.
if you want right now.
So probably from even that first room?
You have a whole round of movement.
Yeah. And,
Yeah, you'd have to go at an angle from that first.
okay, because
You stepped right through the door.
Yeah.
You can just take a left. and
You
go
only have
through
one
the
round of
wall.
movement until you re-you?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
but I mean, I'm going to double my movement via the tabaxi run, and I can So I can put a pretty good amount of distance.
160.
I just need to.
Because 40 and 40 is 80,
Yeah.
plus you can move and move.
Yeah.
Right.
I pull. And
Where
I
are you
go
going?
toward the portal.
Okay, so straight through the wall
Yeah.
to your left.
Yeah, just.
And yeah, it looks like this wall kind of buttresses up against where you just were. And this is the end of the room. And it's a small room with a ornately crafted door frame that has like these ornaments on the corner sides at the top that spread out like fans in maybe gold or silver. You can't tell because of the blacks and whites.
Mhm.
And some kind of metals. And inside the door frame is a portal, a shimmering, rippling portal.
It's actually a portal to someplace.
It's actually a portal.
We're not going to find a handy haversack here. God damn it.
All right. Well, I try to tuck myself behind.
There's no one in here.
And
The
is
room
there-
is dark.
The room is dark, empty.
The room is grays and blacks and whites.
Okay, but there's no.
There's no organic
All right,
material.
well, then I let it fade, and
You just end up in the portal
Yeah.
room?
I'm apparently in the portal room. Yeah.
You don't come back out with the rest of your movement?
You
And
can.
get me? Fuck you.
15 seconds
Okay.
pass.
Okay, so then I'm going to make it sound like someone's getting murdered in this hallway. Like,
Okay.
oh God, oh God, open, oh God, oh God. Like, there's going to be horrible noises, people screaming, like, all kinds of shit coming from this hallway because I need to get someone to open the door and let me in.
Okay, we're doing this.
Gunnar sounds like he's being murdered by a tentacle monster.
Mm-hmm.
Someone pops the door open. You hear someone running past you.
Yeah.
And it sounds like they're running across the stone
Shit,
ground.
I don't know if it's going to be bright light in the hallway when they open the door. I go around, so here's the door. I move to the side, so if light does spill out, if it's super light in there, it doesn't reveal me.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. That's not how light works.
You see
I can be in dim light. I just can't
a
be in direct.
rectangle appear on the door in a shimmering light, kind of like the edges are being traced into existence, and then
Sure.
a door knob also appears and a keyhole. Magically, they just appear.
Is light coming through the
knob
keyhole?
turns, tink, and dim light is spilling through.
Okay, that's cool. All right.
And then the door opens. And a robed woman comes running through. She's like, hello? Hello? Is anyone there?
I'm looking behind her. Is it bright in there?
There's some places you could jump into that
I do
are
it.
dim.
Boop.
Alright, you're now behind. In the hallway. There's a door to your left, a door to your right, an arch at the end, and there's a couple people that are standing at the arch looking this way, curious of what's going on. There's no mist.
Checking everything out. Okay, mist is gone. All right. Well, he's probably not in the room full of people. I look for him.
Coin flip it, man.
Tareth, come here, please.
Ooh,
You
names.
hear
Yeah.
someone
Terror.
walking through. Or you see a guy that was standing at the arch. He's like, what is it? He sounds a little scared. Should we go looking? Come here, she yells. He walks the whole way up to her. Can you do that incantation still today? Yes.
Oh shit. All right. So I'm in the room. There's no furnishings in the room. Nothing to hide
You're
behind.
You're in the hall.
I'm in the hall. Oh, because there's two doors. So I came through this door.
Mhm.
There's two doors, one on
One
either
on
side,
your left, one on your right.
and then there's a hallway, and the end is an open archway.
Mm-hmm.
The doors on the left and the right, they have keyholes.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people down there.
Looking straight at you.
Can I see past them into the room?
Actually, there's not a bunch. There were two. Now there's one. Because you go up against the wall
Yep,
as
like
Terrace
that.
passes by.
And I look into that room. Can I see past
The
that
doors
person?
are closed on the sides. In the archway room, you see some ritual, like wall hangings that have different inscriptions on them in... Do you speak Abyssal?
I speak all languages.
Oh, well then you can actually read them, and a lot of them are one letter from different languages the whole way across to be confusing purposely.
Sweet.
And you take a second, it kind of throws you at first, and then
Right.
you actually can put it together, and it's just different teachings of Shar, the goddess of secrets.
Huh. If I had
You'd
more
have to
time.
spend time to
Yep.
actually read them.
If I had more time, but I don't.
The room's kind of dark. There's
Sweet.
some torches in the hallway at the end, and then past that, the room is darker.
I go into that room. Boop.
Okay, you're in the room where all the little wall hangings are.
Mm-hmm. Is there something I can hide behind physically? Like an altar?
Mundane
or
furniture. Name some stuff.
Chair, wardrobe, table, altar.
Dodo.
All of that's there. There's a wardrobe at the end that looks like it's ajar, and there's robes inside of it, different styled robes, all darks, grays. You won't fit them.
I was like, fuck yeah. I'm going to get out of here in a robe.
Yeah.
Like,
It would
like
not-
It's just like dragging on the ground. I'm like, go about your business, alkalite.
You're a halfling.
That would be so good.
Mist is not in here.
Oh, shit. Okay. I find some shit to hide behind really quick.
Okay, you could hide in the wardrobe. It's pretty dark in there. You could hide by the side of the wardrobe. Benches, chairs.
Can I hide on top of the wardrobe?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's dark
Weep.
up there.
I go up on top of the wardrobe.
Okay.
I duck down and wait for him to do whatever ritual he's going to do.
It'd be great if the portal was in the wardrobe.
Okay. He
Yeah, right?
says some stuff, but he's further off. You jumped in the room. You can't make out the words from this distance now.
I wouldn't know anyways. It's ritual.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Like, I speak all languages, but I don't think I get, like,
Spell languages.
magically good.
Yeah, probably not.
Right.
Abracadabra means nothing.
Right. So the abracadabra. Like,
And he leaves.
okay.
She's standing at the door, and eventually he'll come back. You can't hear what he's saying. He's talking to her.
Oh, well, I'll go closer if I can't hear what they're saying.
Okay. Again. Boom. Whoop.
Yeah, I
How
go
close?
closer to them. Just till I can hear them. I don't want to get too close.
You'd have to probably get into the hall, because he's talking at the end of the hall to her. She's standing in the doorway.
Is it bright?
At the end of the hall, it's bright.
So I won't go into the bright light, but I'll go in the hallway to the dim light.
So you have to jump past it.
Okay.
Okay. You jump past it midway through.
I wouldn't be surprised if this motherfucker can see the invisible.
He's like, I didn't see. He
Oh,
looks
shit.
right at you. There, right there, there. He points right at you.
I say,
His eyes look a little glossed over.
I'm sorry. That's what I say.
It's a
I'm visible.
him.
Yep. Sorry. Don't need to
She's
be
like-
alarmed.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
My
This
name
is
is-
private.
My name is Finner Cherry Cheeks, and I have come to be your best disciple.
Give me a deception.
I suck at
Obviously.
this so bad. Oh, I rolled a 2. It's awesome.
Oh, so
No
close to a
worse
1.
than-
It's even worse than rolling a 1 for you.
No,
You don't
Yeah.
want to use a luck?
no, fuck that. I
She
mean,
says, you need to leave. We're going to escort you out, or we'll call the law.
who's the law?
The town guard. You cannot be here. This is private property.
I thought it was a temple.
Yeah, it's private.
I thought temples were open to people that
You
wanted.
came through our locked door. You must leave.
No. You opened the door for me.
Is that how you see it?
You did open the door for me.
She takes off her hood and her red hair brushes back past her ears. You need to stop. Do not argue with me. You're here against our rules. You could have asked to come down here to see what you wanted, but you didn't.
Can I come down here to see what I
No.
want? Oh. Why not?
Tareth, will you please escort him out?
I just want to read your things real quick before I
That's
leave.
too bad.
Can I come back later?
We'll talk about it.
Okay, let's talk about it.
We'll talk about it later.
Oh.
We're busy.
Busy doing what?
Tareth.
Yep.
Tareth puts his hand on your shoulder. Come on. Let's go.
There's only 3 of them, man.
Pop, pop, pop.
I mean, Fitter's not really that guy, though. Tareth, I lost something while I've been here.
Don't believe you anymore.
No, I'm not.
No.
Really, I did lose a thing.
No.
It's a cat. I lost my cat.
That's too bad. He'll find his way home like they always do.
I don't think this one will.
Come on. You're just trying to stall the inevitable.
I'm not trying to stall. I'll walk with you and talk about it. Let's go.
Yep. And he leads you up while you're talking about your lost cat.
How did you open that door, by the way?
I can't tell you that.
Why not? What if I trade you a secret?
What secrets can you tell me?
There's a city on the astral plane made in the dead body of a god.
I already knew this.
In that city is a guy that has tentacles on his face.
Okay.
I stole a magic beetle from him.
You stole something from him.
Yes.
What's his name?
I don't know.
The beetle? I call him Tim.
Yeah, right. I know. There's a giant demon worm underneath the last city. The whole city's been evacuated. It's still there.
Well, we knew the city was evacuated. We didn't know why. They haven't been
What was
talking
the worm's
about
name
it.
again?
Qorgeth.
I know the name of the worm. It's Qorgeth.
Well, you're just giving me all this for free, aren't you?
I want to know your secrets. We got trade. This is how it works, man.
Keep talking, he says. To open the door, you have to say a magic incantation.
What's the incantation?
Oh, I didn't tell you that.
If I knew it, could I say it and open the door?
Yes.
Ooh, let's trade for more things.
What else do you have? He's still walking you out the doors.
Right.
You're walking through the halls, past the room where you
I'm not
know they're
worried
doing
about
it.
Yeah. I know another secret.
Tell me.
2 people are having sex in that room right now. They were talking about containing something. And one guy was asking someone else if she would back him. And he said yes.
What do they look like?
I tell him. Go check for yourself, I say.
Just open the door.
Yeah. They're doing it right now. If you don't hurry, you might not catch them. Come on. I start walking down that hallway. I'm like, shh. Tell him, we have to be quiet. Shh. And then I creep over to the door.
He goes, he opens the door.
Yep.
What are you doing here?
Like the fucker. Motherfucker.
The first time he sounded actually confident in his own voice.
I'm like,
And
It's
yeah, Yor
obvious
is
what he's
halfway
doing.
into her.
it's obviously what he's doing. Look, he's obviously doing it. I told you. Now I want the incantation.
It's like, you two.
I'm
you
like,
need to leave.
he said he needs her
She's
backing
like, no,
for something.
It's not what it looks
that they
like, she
shouldn't
says.
They should have contained. He should have contained it before now, but he
Like,
couldn't.
I'm calling the town guard.
Wait, no, don't call
He
the
is the
guard.
town
I'm like, don't call the guard. You don't need to be so hasty, friend.
Yor is not the town guard anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What was this dude's name again? The disciple?
Tareth.
Oh, Tareth. Let's not be so hasty. We need to call the guard.
It's like, you two need to leave. And she starts pleading. Like, no, it's not what it looks like. He's like, I know what I saw. And I'm not even going to role play the rest of it, okay?
All right.
It's too much for my mind to handle.
So,
He
like,
eventually kicks them out.
so it's the incantation.
He'll trade you the incantation. He's like,
Nice.
that was some very useful information. I thank you for that.
Okay, thank
However,
you for that.
you can't come back today, please.
Why not?
You've already pushed your luck.
Listen, I'm full of secrets, and that's what you guys do. You trade secrets, so let's keep trading.
You're not a disciple. You shouldn't even be down there.
I could be a disciple.
Do you believe in the goddess Shar and all her secrets and her teachings?
I mean,
We believe that if we continue this path, she will eventually return, and she will reward us for it.
maybe you could convince me. I'm more of a Tamora guy myself if we're talking about old gods.
Our religion isn't to convince others. Those that want to seek that path come to us.
Well, I did come to you guys.
You're standing at the entrance while
Yeah.
Yor and the woman who was a disciple of the citadel is now exiled.
Bayor! That's what I say. Bayor!
He does not turn around.
So
I guess your game.
was this guy's Terith? What is it?
Terith.
Terith.
Terror.
Here's the thing. You can't really keep me out. So it's better just to let me in.
Why do you want to know so badly?
Because you want me not to.
Because that is our religion. Isn't it better not to know everything and to come to us willingly instead of just trying to take it for yourself?
That's not as fun.
So if I just told you all our secrets, you'd be satisfied.
I'd probably be sad that it wasn't harder.
You're not lying.
No. I know. How
If
come
you
you have a...
promise to say the words and to take our oath, I'll let you in. You could be very useful to our cause.
I mean, I don't know that I really want to get in like that so much. It's more fun when you're trying to keep me out.
Well, it looks like I've won this game of cat and mouse.
Why is there a portal in your basement?
How do you know about that? Did you go in there? How
I'm
did you
great
get
at
in there?
sussing out secrets. I told you.
Golly.
He says golly.
It's a portal to the Shadowfell.
Oh, really? That's not as exciting as I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be a handy haversack. Or a portable hole. Or a bag of holding. That's really what this is all about.
That's all this is about?
Yeah, well, yeah, mostly yes.
If I gave you one, would you leave
Yep.
and not come back? Unless invited or you ask.
Well, but I did lose somebody in there.
Is there another one just like you?
He's a little different. So let's make a deal. If you give me a handy haversack,
I don't have that. I have a bag of holding.
I'll take that. That's fine.
I'm fine. And end scene.
And just let me find my friend and go.
He helps you find your friends. They eventually find you unless you go through the portal.
Yes, he goes through the portal. Obviously.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was in the
So-
room, I looked around, and then as I was waiting, I'm just kind
Yep, doing it.
You're in a room
Sniff it, and
on the
I go.
other side.
Yep.
It's... I hate you guys. What are you going to do? Are you going to frolic around for a while?
of, well, I had to go through it. What's over there? Just anywhere in the middle of the Shadowfell?
It's in another building.
Ooh.
But I really don't want to roleplay it a lot. It'll be the rest of the
Just
game.
say it's an empty building and he walks around
It's
for a little
not.
while.
It's not an empty building, and I would obviously explore it
Alright.
and attempt to find
Give me
something
a
unique to bring with
stealth
me.
roll. Well, I'll make this kind of a contested challenge. How about that?
Where's my real dice?
It still asks for whatever.
Yeah. Jesus, 38.
You win. You creep around this house carefully and quietly. You are trying to find anything you can about it, and eventually you see a little gnome who is walking by. You hide, and from what you can suss out, and after seeing the demon pass by, this big fleshy guy, and you aren't
Oh.
seen as well,
Wait, did we go from gnome
Okay.
to demon like that?
there's a gnome that passes by.
Then there's a
and then
demon.
a demon passes by.
Oh, okay.
It's this giant-looking, fleshy demon that is probably named Saltwound, and the gnome is probably named Gryan, but you've never met them before.
Okay.
But you do suss out eventually that he is a leader of the Thieves Guild, the Veil, and this is a portal between realms. And, well, no one was there last time when he said there's no portals here. He was definitely lying, though.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to steal two things.
All right, interesting things. There's some
One of
really cool taxidermy stuff that hasn't been mounted.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, although one's really big, it
Is
probably
it
would
a
not
bird?
be easy to steal.
Is it a bird?
In that case, I'm going to steal one of those.
Yeah, there's a stuffed bird that hasn't been mounted anywhere.
And something that looks
Something blue, something
flammable.
borrowed.
Flammable.
Everything in here looks like it could be flammable.
Oh, send the bird for a fly around.
I'm just
like
gonna,
the items, not the room.
I'm gonna feed it to other of the flammable taxidermy animals.
Okay. It consumes them quickly. One was like a small fennec fox, and the other... And to have these things is weird because it's in the Shadowfell, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're probably imported here at some point, and they're probably old because you don't really see foxes out in the wild anymore. The only animals you'll see are domesticated and food consumption kind of animals nowadays. But you also see one kind of brightly colored bird that is alive, not alive, that is stuffed and looks like it might have come from a different plane. It's not from the prime material.
Yoink.
Do you feed it?
No.
Oh, that's just for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one's mine.
And then what are you doing? Are you
I
getting
put it in
out
the
of
bag, and eventually I will check and see if the portal exists that goes back.
the same portal?
Does that same portal go
Yeah.
back through?
It's another door frame.
Mm.
It kind of matches the counterpart door frame. Same kind of ornamental fan work on the corners of the frame.
Mm.
And then,
Is it?
if I didn't mention it, it's actually like a free standing door frame. It's not in the wall.
Okay, very interesting. Is it a wooden door frame?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take a couple splinters from the door frame on this side too.
Okay. It was ornamented with wood. You can just scrape through to the magical metal that contains the portal.
Yeah. Pocket.
Okay.
And I step back through.
You step back through.
Is there anything else in this room other than the portal?
Nothing like magical, but there's probably interesting trinkets. Looks like whoever was in this room was maybe a sailor or navigator, and there's some navigator's tools and stuff like that.
Like a compass and
Yeah,
Soldier,
there's a
sailor,
compass,
tinker,
and there's like
tinker.
a weird little gyroscope thing, rings within rings.
that one.
Sextant.
Sextant.
Yeah.
That's a navigator thing.
Mm-hmm.
You take it. Okay.
Okay.
And eventually you get out of there.
Eventually, I get caught when that door opens. Until then,
You can't
I'll probably
leave.
just sit down and
God.
feed the bird stuff because I can't get out.
And we pass some time.
Cool.
There, you had your escapades. Are you
to
good?
if we get to the end of the day and nobody's coming back for me, I'm going to go through to the Shadowfell and then use the last charge on my dice to
Teleportation
get
circle.
back.
Yeah.
I guess it matters on the timing. He found you with Finner. He escorted you out. You're out.
Okay. I
Some of that
stalled
stuff
long
that
enough
happened-
that the timelines match back up. So I stall enough.
Goodbye,
What
Terrace.
time is it? That
Yeah.
took most of the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Bye, Terrence. Goodbye. Thank you for
Can't wait to hear
everything.
Rose's
I
thoughts
hold up
from
the
that.
bag.
You too.
We were starting.
Did I
with
get a
combat.
belt?
We
Did I get a
didn't
belt from the trinket room?
Nope.
Fuck.
I mean,
I
we'll
go
steal a
back.
belt on the way back.
He got a bag holding though.
Okay.
Fine.
And there's a belt inside. Belt.
Empty. Is there anything in the bag holding?
No.
Okay. I put all my stuff in.
Okay. I need to steal a belt from somewhere.
We'll do it on the way back to the citadel. It's easy.
Okay.
Some poor villagers like, what the?
Where are
I'll
you
steal
going?
it off his I'm pissed.
I'm glad you waited till the very end.
Yep. You're welcome. I'll be right back.
Okay.
For you,
We go back.
are you gonna do anything else
Tonight?
tonight?
No.
No.
Nope. I was, I'm just gonna.
So while you're there and she's pretending to sleep, eventually she'll say, "Raphael,
I'll continue praying.
would you be willing to make a trade if you can have your friend's promise, your promise? I know you're good for your word. I'll trade you information
I'm continually get louder with my words.
if you let me out of here. If you let me go. One way or another, in death or in life.
I continually get louder with my prayer.
She doesn't beg. And she'll let you keep praying. Well, It's okay. Eventually, Qorgeth will make it here. He'll consume you and everything in the city. He'll save me, and you'll be dead and I'll be alive. So I guess it'll work in the end. Oh, you paused on your prayer. Did you want to say something? Oh, Merit, Lord of Light, you have done so much for me, except you hide.
Merit is not hiding.
Leave it open.
He's growing in strength. And I believe this. There is room for Nerull to be in the heavens. But there will also have to be room for Merit.
Nerull is dead?
Yep.
This is why I shouldn't be in charge of talking to the
You're
lead
not in
bad
charge.
guy.
You should have let her to me.
She cocks her head in the side. So, it was just a ploy?
Fucking lie, dude. Do something.
I'll let you think about this for a while.
Oh, thank you so much.
And Monroe says this would be so much easier if you could just concede.
Do you not see where I am? I have spilled my guts to Ardagan and to you.
If I would have your word
Spill your guts to me.
that you would help bring things back to the way they used to be.
I don't know if I want them to be back to the way they used to be.
And what was so horrible?
I just want.
Trust in God.
What do you want, Amorosa?
I want to increase my own standing in this world.
And why is this so important to you?
That's always been my goal.
You can increase it by ending all of this.
It's like a child's game, this city's republic, this council that has now disbanded. This world is so boring.
Well,
I want to play games with the big boys, not with you children.
You will be playing no games as long as you're in this cell.
Yeah, I'm still winning this game. Anyways, you have a great day. Go pray to your god Merit.
I will be sitting here and praying. You can listen.
And I'll pray to my god Nerull. He probably still hears me, doesn't he?
We'll see who answers first.
And the rest of the time will pass. Artigan, you went home to Owana. But you didn't want to do anything in specific.
Nope.
So we will pass the day. We'll pass the night. You'll get your long rest. And that's what we're going to call it. You can go ahead and long rest on your character sheet. Regain all your spell slots. Regain all your spells. Regain all your charges on your magical items, or some of your charges. And you'll get to level 20 somehow by failing and then stealing from a temple.
Yes.
You got to level 20. Woo! Somehow. That's definitely changing next campaign, too. You're going to level at the end of arcs if you actually complete them.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do milestone level.
I mean, he actively kept me from getting answers from Amorosa. That's got to count for something. That's why you level up.
Cockblock level up.
Cockblock level up.
Take a level in cockblock.
I got the belt though. I'm gonna.
Sure, you got another belt. I don't care.
Why did you need a straight level belt?
I'm gonna put it around her horns and ratchet it tighter and tighter until it friggin' gives her a splitting headache.
Okay.
He's still thinking torture. I don't torture anyone. I don't have torture
No,
rooms.
it's not torture.
Do you know what torture is?
He doesn't know. He has no idea.
It's only inciting pain in a person to
Yeah.
try to get him to speak. It's not torture.
Yeah, it's like the waterboarding argument. It's like it's not really torture. They just think it's torture.
So I
Well,
can.
one actually causes pain. Yeah, ratcheting her horns, there's no gray area there.
Yeah, Brian knows this,
Anyways,
but Mist
I
has,
want to
has his
hear
paw
roses
on the
and
mouse.
thorns. Let's do roses and thorns for the end of the game, starting with Matt.
You don't want me yet.
I want it.
You don't want me.
All right, Alex.
I like the fact that we finally hit 20. Rose.
Nothing about the game.
What's your best part of the game? It's over.
No. I'll say Thorn is probably just
Is it Josh or Brian?
no, it was I'll say pacing again. I wish I could have gotten my spells back sooner so I could actually have an influence. This game was just me running around being like, I can polymorph and I can heal. That is literally all I can do.
It's just pretty godlike.
You can also
Yeah.
charisma things to death. You
Yeah,
can-
but the only people I would be able to charisma would be the giant flesh worm.
you could keep
and-
talking to Amorosa. You still had her
Yeah.
dominated. You let that one go.
Yeah, I couldn't think of anything that I wanted to do with her that involves.
You could keep asking questions.
Yeah, you just let
trying
the
to get answers.
white
So,
supremacist
Why is
hang
Qorgeth
out.
just hanging out? underneath
Yeah, I
the
just-
thing?
I literally didn't have.
There's
I mean,
lots of
I know a
stuff.
lot of the stuff. Like, why is she trying to get him to destroy towns? Because she likes destruction.
Well, how does she control him? Why is he still underneath the city? Like, does he have another target if she doesn't get in contact with him, or does he just sit there forever?
None of this matters when he dies.
Good luck fighting Mr. Many Dick Mouth over there.
Yeah.
I mean-
well, that's what we're gonna do.
Brian, roses and thorns.
Boy, I had a few roses.
Yeah, man, good times.
Though, probably tops had to be when Josh/Finner ratted out on the sex dude.
That
was good.
That was
You want to know a
good.
secret? I know a secret. Look over there.
That just kind of organically happened.
Yeah.
That's why it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Dinner revenged Delaran
Yeah.
by accident.
by accident.
But yeah,
I didn't even
cock
know
blocking
it was
your.
Yeah, right.
That had to win. Yeah. I'm thorn free today. As much as Matt, like my thorn is that I know Matt didn't have as much fun as I had.
Let's go with Josh.
That's nice of you to say.
Let's see.
This is everything I want from 4 hours of my life.
Yeah, it was fun. I like this game.
Hijinks.
My favorite part though was when Matt was angrily scribbling in the book, and you were just like, "That's a mean thing about me." Yes, it was.
I could
my
just
favorite
tell.
part of the whole game. He's
Matt
just
was
like,
writing a word and he was mad at me. I knew he was saying something bad about me.
That's awesome. Though. I'm just like, "Oh, yep," and then you're like, "Blah blah." I'm like, "Yes." You're like, "You are." Right.
So you ratted him out. You're not mic'd up.
Oh, not like that. Great.
I mean, they can kind of hear you.
Yeah,
sure
so
they
that
heard you.
that was super fun.
That was pretty funny.
Thorn.
Yeah, you feel my pain.
I'm
You
like-
know these two didn't have as much fun.
Right, they
That's-
had a lame
that's
game.
it.
I kind of like, as much as I am often responsible for splitting the party, I wish that we stuck together more, if that makes sense. Like, no, it doesn't make sense.
No, you can't say that.
That's why when
No,
we were
you
in the
can't say
Shadowfell,
that.
I was like, oh, aren't we going to go back and go to Oakdale and go in the teleportation room? Like, I was trying to stretch it so that we would meet back up. But I just feel like our characters, the four of our characters, don't have enough stuff in common to keep us together all the time.
Yeah.
Like, we have,
Sure.
like divergent shit going on constantly.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So
And since we deal with things on a planar scale, it's like, yeah, just stuff in every direction.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go?
Go ahead, Ryan.
Oh, you want me to go? All right.
Yes, split the party.
My thorns. No, I'm just joking. I'll start with my thorns, I guess. I guess there's a part of me that's like, you can just metagame a little bit. Please, for the love of God. Like, I don't care if you metagame just a tiny bit to actually stay together if you know something is out there that will kill just two of you. You know it's Qorgeth the Devourer. You know when you go there out of game, he will destroy two of you and possibly four of you without your spells. And there are things in the game that can take you guys on your level. There are things that can kill you, which I know you often say, there's nothing in this world that can stop us, but you know in the back of your mind, there's plenty of things that can stop you.
Yeah.
So part of me just wishes you metagame just a little bit and say, you know what, let's go fight this thing together when we're refreshed. Or now, if we don't have the time to afford. But you didn't. And every time you do that, I feel like you're intentionally playing a bad game of chess and you're putting yourself into check on purpose. And then I'm over here, I'm like, okay, let me take your rook, no problem. Cool, you did it again. Let me take your queen, all right. And soon, it will just run its course. And my world will come to a crashing halt.
that can happen.
And you will lose. You already have lost.
There is no losing.
We won. We made it to level 20. Done. Like,
This is the victory lap.
Right. That's the part of me that's my thorn. It might be a little detailed, a little too much of a thorn.
That's a
We're
good thought, though.
nitpicking.
That's a good thought.
it's good to think
My
about.
rose, I was glad we could take a diverging game from so serious into more hijinks. I thought it was fun. It was funny. It was not planned at all. Literally not planned, any of it. And it did organically transpire into ratting out your, which was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, that was probably the funniest thing I've heard in a while in our games. Like,
I was trying to think of a secret that I knew that would be juicy for this dude. I'm like, I got nothing. Wait, and it just like
it was
the light
like one of
bulb
those
came on.
moments. It was like, bing, and once you did that face,
Yeah,
I knew it. He knew it. Like everyone just saw it. Like,
I was like,
oh yeah,
I know.
everything just kind of came together.
Yeah, it was good.
That was probably my main rose. My second rose was, yeah, you numbnuts, you both come fight a boss who can tunnel. Here he is. And then he burst through the wall, and you were like, oh, shit.
Yeah, it was a bummer.
If he had, well, it could have gone really badly. Really badly. And you're lucky it didn't. Because then you'd be rolling up a new character.
I already have.
Even with his help
I've got.
and his dimension thing, there was a possibility you just died right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
When I saw how bad that round could have been for you,
yeah.
I was like,
Paralyzed.
go.
Can't push
Yeah.
a button.
Yeah, as soon as you
Paralyzed.
said you are not paralyzed, I
You
was
were like, oh, yeah, I saw your face.
Time
You
to
did
go.
this thing where you were like, and I was like, yeah. That's good. I was like, you need to run.
And that was my other rose. It was like, here it is, you jackasses. Go ahead, Matt.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, I could start from the very beginning. Fucking hasted waste.
Do you want to
Haste-
recap the whole game?
yeah, let's do next week's recap
I'll just record
Right now,
this,
record
and this will be
this.
our recap for next week.
He's practicing raging for his
We
brother.
have
Yeah,
all
that's
had one game where this happens, where you waste an entire game, and it no questions asked.
But wait,
It feels
did he
awful.
kill you
I mean,
2 times afterwards?
What's that?
Nothing.
No, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. But
Wait, worse than that, he wasted
but
my
I feel
haste
like this.
spell.
But this was. No, it wasn't really on your. Well, we split the party so much, and that's what we come back to. Like we split the party again, and we did not need to. There was no need to split the party this time, and we did. And
Partially your fault.
how?
They said, we'll go ahead. You can stay here. And you said, okay.
Well,
You come
but
back in a few
I
minutes.
kind of felt like they'd be like. I
do
felt
you
like
know
they.
them at all?
Well, I'm beginning to learn a little bit more. I'm beginning to learn a little bit more. And I'll tell you, like, in the past, it's been fucking hilarious when you guys break Ryan's game, and like in some little ways, and it's like it's awesome. But like now that we're getting down to the last month or month and a half, however long, yeah, the dungeon game, we got to level 20, right? But like, yeah, like Ryan said, maybe a little metagaming. So like, yeah, go off and see what's going on. Wait for my fucking helm to attune. That pissed me off. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
3
like,
more minutes.
That
3 more
so
minutes?
perfect.
Like, Ryan, what are you doing? Like, you're just helping them out at this point.
That's just how the timing works.
Oh, jeez.
All of
You're
us
the
bear
DM,
some
man.
responsibility here.
Like, that was that. So there's the haste spell. There was the
I
attunement
was like, you got
issue.
15 more minutes, and then 10 minutes later, you're like, we're here. Not ready, bud. That was pretty funny.
Like,
I laughed.
I feel
They
like there
laughed.
was. I
You
feel like
cried.
that was one of those DM moments where you could have made
So there's this
a
blood
decision
vessel
to
on
help
the right side
out.
of his head that gets really thick and starts to pulse whenever he gets mad enough. I'm noticing it this, and I can notice it. I'm like, oh shit, there it is.
That's all right, because when you take over DMing, I'll be sitting right there. I'll get
Yeah,
first-hand
man. It'll be
experience
good. Just
of
when he starts to get mad,
So yeah, like
Matt
right
Rage.
here.
Like, here's our situation. We've been playing, like, I know you guys have been dead for a few games now with your main characters that you had since
The ones
level
we care
20.
about, yeah.
Yeah.
But we got Alex here, who's been here since the very beginning. I mean, he left for a little bit, but he came back, right? I'm still a little bit invested, and there's like, and especially out of game in the story that he's trying to tell, I'm trying to like get some resolution out of this motherfucker. And today we did
went
not.
backward a step.
We're gonna have to revisit the caves, the tunnels, a third fucking time. And let me tell you how much I fucking hate these goddamn tunnels. I hate them so much. And we're gonna have to go back and kill this guy. So
I'm thinking
now
next
we're
game we'll
revisiting
probably-
it a third time, and I don't know if we need it.
Next game is the kill Qorgeth game.
Yeah, we kill Qorgeth or we die trying. But
Or you run away again like little bitches.
if I got my 9th level spell, I'm probably going to be
Ready?
yeah.
I mean, you're ready. You've been getting ready, but you've also let him know we're here. You're like, hi, how you doing? I'm Finner, and this is what I can do. And here's my friend over here.
Hmm?
And let's go get our other friends. And they come over. So now, yeah, well. This
You know,
reminds
some of
me of
us-
the Shadow Storm, where you guys just came and were like, we're ready to ruckus.
And that was so awesome. That was great. That was one of those game-breaking things where.
That was one of the games that put you like behind 10 steps.
Yeah.
But it was still so awesome. But
Remember when you didn't save the
all
world?
all players were together, kinda. Lorenzo
No,
was
you
not.
split the party 4 ways. Fuck off.
Well, but together in a,
Well, but did you have a rose?
I guess when dude here talked to the guy, did that
Terrence?
awesome. Yeah,
You gave
that
away
was
your-
that was great. But
That was the end of the hijinks. It's like we just have to end on this note. Past everything else, this was it. This was like prime material. All right. Well, thank you all for trudging through with us.
I'm not done with your.
And we have
See you
one more
next week.
follower, Eater Soul. Thank you for your follow. Thank you, everyone else. We appreciate all our supporters. If you like the music that we play during the game, you can find it under the video in the links. We have a YouTube channel that I upload to randomly. Not as much lately. I should do more, but it has like 20 playlists of all different types of music you can use. That's all my shout outs. See you guys next Sunday.